the end of the world? Yes, it is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid Juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll
What's
never die alone.
Whoa! Batman!
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey, this is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, if you want, and this is my main man, Batman, a.k.a.
Carver Law, y'all.
What's cracking? It is... What is today? I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
October 27th, and we are live on Deck One Dealt.
Sir.
We're ready to discuss some Hallowicked shit. It's almost Halloween. It's been a weird time. You know, Halloween parties just don't really make sense these days anymore, do they?
Not really. I mean, I guess they're still going on. My wife's got a thing going on.
Really?
Yeah, she's going out to a friend's house.
Yeah, we were going to do ours, but, man, I was just like, fuck that. But I've been working a lot. Who gives a fuck? Let's talk about some Juggalo shit, all right?
Sir, I'm taking this shit off.
All right, yeah, good good idea. If you're listening and or watching, call in, chat. We'll discuss whatever you want. Well, we're trying to talk some Halloween shit here in a moment. In the meantime, we want to make sure our mics sound good. They sound all right today, hopefully.
Check.
Last week's episode was fucking great. We had a great time chatting with the Joker.
Yeah.
It was a super good conversation. We hit every beat we wanted to hit. It was very smooth. Like, we got along with the Joker great.
He played like a whole verse from a new song.
Yeah. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our fucking audio was garbage. Fucked that all up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Lesson learned, I guess. But it just sucked that, of all the episodes, that's the most time and energy I've put into, like, planning one, honestly.
Yeah.
And, to get him, to get him to agree, the time lined up and shit, everything was perfect. Then, of course, that happens. But I put it out. I mean, I try to listen to it. It's pretty fucking bad. But
yeah, it's very, very hard to hear anything he says. I mean, I couldn't make out. I only listen. I ain't gonna front. I only listened to maybe 5 minutes of it.
Yeah,
I barely could. I don't think I heard almost. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 words I could make out.
Yeah, I listened to maybe 20 minutes of it, and you can make out what he's saying, when he's going on his tangents and shit. But for the most part, it still is every third word is really hard to hear or understand. You could piece it together, but you're a trooper if you went through that. I'm sorry. We will have the Joker back. He agreed to come back sometime, but
we discussed should we even put it out, because putting out a shitty product it's one thing. If you're gonna put something out, make sure what I mean, don't release it basically if it's not good.
Sure.
We talked about that, but in the end we just was fuck it, it's a Joker interview, it might as well just at least put it up there.
Yeah, at least people can see that we had him on the show and he had a good time, maybe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he seemed to enjoy himself.
So he said he'd be back. A few things of note that were discussed during that show, just to kind of recap. He did. He told us about. He did tell us the one thing I really got out of it was, one, as a fan of the Joker, he said he was going to continue doing his Joker's legacy storyline, which I'm actually really happy about, because as a former fan and now renewed fan, that's what I was buying into, was the Joker, the legacy, the story, the dungeon, the all that, and he hadn't done that since 2009 when he released his first album. So everything in between has just been side project kind of shit, which he kind of touched on that and explained why he was doing it. And, he said live and learn. You try different shit. Some people like this shit. Some people don't. He was just doing what he felt he needed to do. He did say he's going to continue with his Joker's Legacy project, though, soon. I'm hoping sooner than later. So it seemed to me like the Juggalo Joker is not here to stay. which is fine, good and bittersweet.
Yeah,
I do like I like what he's doing with the Juggalo Joker shit, but I'm glad he's not like that's like not his new identity. I guess.
Well, he essentially said that Joker's legacy is, that is the main goal, right?
Yeah, sounded like it.
That's the end game. He just wants to do it right.
Yeah, for sure.
And being a rapper who's independent, you have to keep releasing shit. You have to put out product. So he can't really do his trilogy, if you will, or his big blockbuster budget thing.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be done right. So.
Yeah, he's definitely a perfectionist. Like he's the kind of guy that he wouldn't have put out last week's episode. Like he's the kind of guy that like if he's gonna do something, he's going fucking hard. Like he wasn't even gonna be on the video on our show until he saw like our production. He's like, okay, you guys are doing cool shit. Let me go. Give me like 15 minutes. Let me go put my paint on.
Yeah,
that
was
like
funny. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to do this. And then he was like, oh shit, it looks like that. Oh man,
yeah.
Hold on.
So that was cool. They got a little bit of a clout from that. I guess. But nevertheless, he said the new album's coming out by the end of the year. He says. I suggested that he should release it the same day ICP released theirs. I think that would be cool.
He said that's the date he has in mind.
Right.
He doesn't know for sure if it's going to be able to come out by the end of the year. That's the date he has, but everyone knows all the, hoops and shit that in roadblocks that could happen in between then.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
well, nevertheless, it was a fun time talking with him. I'm looking forward to our next chat. I would have tried to get him right back on immediately, but I'm not trying to just rehash everything. You know what I mean? It's said and done, and we're moving on. But we
essentially hit the topics. We asked him. We kind of went into his past a little bit. We went into our past a little bit.
He did talk about how he does all of his own production, which was impressive. Yeah. Which I knew he did at least most of it because I know he was a music guy in that.
Yeah,
regard.
The fact that he does all his production and then raps at that level and the quality of the recording and mixing and mastering comes out the way it does. I mean, dude is really just
he's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro, and his music is quality. Whether you like him or not, the music is fucking top notch quality.
I think as long as he stays at that standard, like he's definitely gonna like just keep on moving up, man.
Yeah.
Like there's no stopping him at that point.
Yeah, and he is inaccessible. He seems to be pretty accessible and humble.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's it almost he's the outcast, he feels, and he's going to push back and fight back.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Like he's like unapologetic. I'm doing my shit. Fuck you if you don't like it. Thank you if you do.
And he and the whole Juggalo disses, it was it's open season, man. If you put yourself out there, you know what I mean. It's open season for rappers, man. Like dissing and. It's clowning, That's basically what he was talking about. Basically, he said his Juggalo disses were never personal. They were like, they were an open buffet of here. This is what we can diss on about ourselves. If we can't make fun of ourselves, if Juggalos get upset with making fun of each other, then where the fuck are we at this point?
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta agree with that. You can't knock it. I did explain to him my whole kind of timeline of events personally with him, which I took up a good portion of our interview.
That was funny.
But I had to get all that out. Like I explained to him quickly that, I was a fan. I didn't like what he did after his next like 3 albums. I bought in, but like I was not totally in. And then it was just disses after disses to random whoever's, Hobson and Hobson's people and then Tech Nine, and then he made the ICP or Juggalo, what appeared to be a Juggalo diss, and that's why I kind of took it as such because he released it was like diss, joking ICP song. Like, how am I supposed to believe that? So I explained that to him, like, and that's why I stopped being his fan, unliked his page. I told him about how I apologized and told him about how I broke his CDs on my other podcast. And he
said he'd send you new ones.
I know. He was super cool, but he's like, all right, it's all good.
I don't give a fuck.
He said that just means you're passionate, which that was cool of him. So I like that he was humble about it. He could have been a bitch about it.
Man. That didn't faze him at all.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's doing his thing. He's doing what he loves and making money doing it. So I did also pre-order a copy of his Coming Home album. I got the
Nice.
I got the Carnival of Carnage one. I just think that one has the best art.
Yeah, that's the one I would probably went with.
Yeah, it was pretty
If I
dope.
pre-order one, I might have to go with something different now since you got that one.
Yeah, man, it's sweet. But yeah, great time
We'll
chatting
do a
with him.
review on it when you get it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be a great idea. We'll definitely do an episode on that. That'll be fun. And hopefully we can have him on like before or after, whatever. But that'll be a good time. All right. Did you have anything else you want to touch on that? I just want to get that out of the way since
No, man.
that's been like a shit stain on our channel for the past week. I wanted to hurry up and get another episode pumped out.
Yeah, like I said, you were the Joker fan. You know, I had never dived into his catalog or who he was. Basically, I know you showed me him in the past.
Yeah,
but I never dived in it. I was just like, you know, I did essentially think of him as just a Juggalo rapper.
Sure.
Right. I ain't even going to front. So I understand where he's coming from when he's trying to do things to set himself apart from, even though he's definitely,
he's in that world.
Yeah, he's in that world. I'm not going to say placate, but you know, he's pandering to the Juggalo audience, which is fine. I'm not upset about that. But it was my bad for not understanding how good and how talented he was, and then just hearing from you that now he's just dissing and shit. Of course, I'm like, yeah, okay, well, fuck him. He's just another, But actually discovering him this past couple weeks, yeah, he's really a legitimately fucking talented, amazing rapper, and I'm glad. I'm now a fan.
Yeah, it was fun. Nevertheless, it was really fun to talk to him. Like, I mean, well, at least we still got that, and we still, have the video. Just the audio sucks. It is what it is. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Other than that, today we will be discussing. Later on, we're going to be discussing Hallowicked songs. I know on Spotify there's like a 20th anniversary Hallowicked album, which we don't actually have, but I do have like this it's green, so it shows up cool. I have this Forgotten Freshness Volume 4, which did come with, at the time, the Hallowicked compilation that included every song up to 2005.
That's when that came out, right? 2005.
Right. So we had this as a show and tell. We'll get into that, but and we're going to talk about that. But we had a couple other things we wanted to just kind of throw out there, I guess. We did listen. We've been catching up on House Party Peep show. Speaking of Halloween, there's so much content to consume this month. It's hard to like cram it all in. I'm still behind a couple episodes.
I've been keeping it up. I haven't been listening live on it because I didn't pay for it, but it is coming on YouTube, so I've been keeping up with that.
There's a guy on YouTube. I subscribed to his channel. Initials BR.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one I'm mainly going to because he is consistent with everything.
Thank you, BR. You're fucking saving our asses with this shit. And he's doing. I don't like that they're split up, but he's cutting out all the commercials, which is cool. You know?
Yeah.
So that's been nice. He's even got a playlist in order of every fucking event, which is great.
Yeah.
So seek that out. If you just go type in House Party Peep show on YouTube, you'll come right up.
Yeah. You'll see him.
So I just since last week, I'll touch on real quick what I have caught up on. I did watch the Stories from the Road, which was really, really entertaining and fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think I like the campfire stories more, though.
Yeah.
I watched all that.
I would say so, yeah.
I feel like, I mean, those two episodes could be like the same. Like
Pretty much,
a lot of the campfire stories were stories from the road anyways.
Yeah.
I really liked Jay's story about the fucking girl with the prisoner husband.
Yeah. That by far is the that and Jumpsteady's story when he was in the army.
Oh, when they were looting and selling all the shit and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now what I'm mixing. I know that one was at the campfire, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
When he was in the army, he was telling his own army story about the hurricane that they got stationed at. Was Jay talking about that girl with the prisoner?
That was on the campfire stories.
So those were both the campfire. Yeah, those were both the best stories. Shaggy had some funny ones. He had that. I think it was the golf cart story for him.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, I did like how. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I did like how Jay started his story with talking. He started talking about he was just driving down the road and a car was coming at him and he swerved. He's like, "That's my story." And then like Jumpsteady had the same fucking story. He's like, and Jay's like, "You just stole my story, except you gotta attack my dog."
And then like
that shit had me rolling, dude.
That was funny. And then it was like. And then Jay was like, yeah, when you tell that story, people just go, but you didn't die though. So anyway,
yeah, which is true.
Exactly how it is. You didn't die though, but so anyway, what are you doing tonight? Nobody cares about like close calls in a car.
Right.
If you're not in if you're not in a wreck, nobody cares.
Right, pretty much. But Jumpsteady's story started out exactly the fuck. He literally told the exact same story, except he said after he got out of the car, he got attacked by dogs, and then he saw a fuck video store, and that was it.
Fuck video. Fucking funny.
That is funny, man. What else was funny on there? Oh shit, I had another one. I don't remember, but it was good shit, man. Like I love just hearing them talk. Oh, I know what I was gonna tell you. I loved it when Jay saw the fucking stick bug.
Yeah, he stopped it. Oh my god, man!
Go get Ruby.
I've never seen this, man.
Yeah.
Really? You've never seen a stick bug, Jake?
He's like, I'm from the city. I've never seen a fucking stick bug.
As much as you've traveled and been out of the city, you've never seen a fucking stick bug. I'm sure you've seen shit way fucking cooler than that.
He's like, look at this motherfucker. Go get Ruby. Go get him. He was like just fucking playing with it and shit. And then he saw it again later. And like,
he was like, oh shit, it's back. I'm wondering if he really does get excited over that, or if he kind of just playing it up.
Hey, I don't know, man. He seemed like legitimately into it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if he's really, if he's playing it up, it's a good act.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
He really is like mind blown by a stick bug.
I mean, like one thing I've been loving about seeing them do this, like, because I mean, to be quite honest, this is like a monumental time in Juggalo history, because ICP is, they've done their fair share of little interviews and shit, but I've never seen them on camera this much, like, ever.
You've never been pulled into their world like this.
In the 20 years I've been a fan of theirs, it's fucking crazy. Like, just like you really feel like you're getting to know them a lot more, and it's which is awesome as a longtime fan. Like seeing them and this, you always knew like you would enjoy hanging out with them.
It's confirming things that you've known about, that you would imagine they would be like, and things that you thought they were like, but they're really not like.
Right? Yeah.
It's confirming both,
And we touched on it earlier before we were talking about the show, but you really are getting a sense of like how close they all are, especially Jumpsteady and Jay. Like, I mean, their relationship is like this, bro. Like, even like when they talk and like they're shitting on each other stuff, like they're laughing, like they don't get mad, like they're just fucking around. Like
I noticed when they're all in the group talking, Shaggy usually directs his attention and what he's saying to Jumpsteady.
Oh, okay.
If you notice, he's always kind of like looking and talking to Jumpsteady.
Okay.
And he's like just looking and bypassing Jay. I don't know. Maybe it's just because they fucking work together so much.
Yeah. I mean, but even Jay, when he's talking, he's like, hey, listen to this, Rob. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
he
they
does
all
that shit
look to Jumpsteady, man.
Yeah. I mean, Jumpsteady's, what I've realized is he's an extremely pivotal character in ICP's entire career.
Yeah, he's part of ICP, like, no matter what.
Without a doubt. Like, he's as integral as they are. Even like when they were showing the offices and shit, they're like, this is Jumpsteady's office. Like, we can't even go in there.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man.
I've been asking this question the entire time this is happening. Where's Rude Boy? Isn't he like also a part of that clique? Like,
yeah,
I mean, they've always talked about Rude Boy. Rude Boy's always been one of Jay's best friends. He introduced him to Southwest and shit.
Yeah, they haven't even really mentioned Rude Boy.
Yeah, where is Rude Boy like not part of the clique anymore?
I don't know.
Did he drop? Is he retired? Like, what's going on with him?
Well, I mean, like it's just within the past year or maybe two, when they were doing that their like Juggalo podcast. It was Jumpsteady, Rude Boy, and like Keegan.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, that was fairly recent, and they were all in cahoots then. So
yeah, like,
I don't know what's going on.
I know that there was a stint where he was in the hospital. I don't know too much about that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is that it? Did he get like super sick or something, and like he can't really do anything?
Yeah, I'm curious about that. If any Juggalos listening or watching, hit us up in the comments. We'd be curious to know what's going on there, because we don't fucking know. We're not.
Don't we know somebody that knows Rude Boy?
Yeah, we do. We should ask them.
Yeah.
Maybe they know. I did make a couple notes. Oh, the shoot interview was incredible, by the way.
Yeah, that was great.
I loved every fucking minute of that, because number one, they go deep on the twisted shit, which I found funny that they went to a break and then came back, and you could even hear him talking about it.
Yeah, he's like, man, we rode on Twister.
Yeah, he's like, that's all right. It's a small chunk.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm glad like they kept it real.
Yeah.
And they kept, which I'll be honest, I didn't know the like spirit of a shoot interview. I didn't know what that really meant.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's a term mainly used in wrestling. When when there's something real actually happens, it's a shoot.
Okay.
Like if a real fight happens, it's a shoot. You know, if you heard the term shoot fighting, shoot interview, it just means real.
Yeah, I never knew that. So
Yeah.
they kept like making sure they mentioned this is a shoot interview. We got to keep it real, which
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, they could have just blew off a lot of these questions, but they even asked like, Juggles, throw us the hard questions.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to know when you're coming back to Cleveland. You know, fuck that. So I did make a couple notes. One thing that blew my fucking wig back on that interview was when they talked about guests and features that they want to have. And they really brought up Eminem.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that beef is like long over. Like, it's been so long, like no one gives a fuck anymore. And I know that they've gone on record saying like they don't care. Like it's all water under the bridge. But the fact that they mentioned that they would do a song with him, like that to me, like really blew my mind.
That would blow my mind, and that would be cool just to make that happen.
And they called him the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, they said like the greatest rapper of all time, essentially. They did say that. And they said that they got respect for him and everything, which I thought was really like wild, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been so long. And you've heard the whole story where they met with D12 and did bowling with them.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember
that basically crushed all the beef. That would be amazing. That would be crazy for Eminem to be on an ICP album or song or whatever.
Yeah.
My thing is I'm already thinking ahead to what it would sound like.
Sure.
If Eminem would slow down and quit trying to rap so fucking fast to show everybody how good he is and actually storytell and do what he used to do in the old albums,
he would have to do that.
I would think that would, that if he's just trying to rap God on an ICP track, I wouldn't even fucking care.
Same. But if he like whatever the idea was, let's say it's a fucking song, a story song, or just a wicked fucking horrorcore song, and then like they just have him hop in talking about like I cut your throat with a chainsaw and you know, shit like that. Like if he just went in like hard like that, I think it would be incredible, man. It would be like one of the bombest ICP songs ever. It really could go either way.
Almost do with Eminem what they used to do with Twisted. Like an ICP track, Twisted would hop in and just do a quick like wicked crazy cameo.
Yeah, and they would stick to the subject.
Yeah.
You know,
I personally would want to hear a story song.
Yes.
Like a story song that's funny and brutal and wicked. How old Eminem and old ICP shit was. I know I'm going back to the, man, I wish it would sound old. My fear is they're just going to, you know, they're going to make a song that doesn't really have that much of a topic.
Just to get Eminem on
Just to get Eminem, and Eminem's going to sit there and showboat and do rap god shit.
Yeah, I would like to think that they'd have a similar mindset going in. You know, I'm sure that they know what the fuck they're doing for the most part, man. Especially, and Eminem seems like he's pretty down. Anytime I've ever heard him on a feature, like he participates. You know, he doesn't. You hear a lot of rap songs where the feature just raps a verse. Yeah. Like Eminem, for the most part that I've heard, actually delves into the subject of the song. Yeah. You know, so I have hopes that could be amazing. Yeah. We'll see.
Like all the Tech 9 cameos in the Psychopathic catalog over the years, he never...
Worthless.
He just did what I'm talking about.
Right. I mean, fuck, the verse he spit on Twisted song, Serial Killers, was already a verse he already did on another song called Terror. Go back and listen to it. It's the same fucking verse.
Yep. And Thug Pit, like I know a lot of people like that song. I never really cared much.
Same.
Every fucking verse on that is different from the other. They're not even talking about being in a fucking pit.
Yeah, I'm happy to rail on that song here later.
Yeah, I'm not. Fucking sorry. That's I didn't even think about it. That's a song we're going to be reviewing.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking of something that has a bunch of fucking guests that was everybody loved back in the day.
Like, I mean, that song, it was cool just as like a song to have features on and shit, but as a Hallowicked song, worthless. You know,
never liked it.
I did like that. They said they wanted to do a song with Post Malone. I thought that was fucking cool. I think that would be neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even like a real Post Malone fan, but I think that'd be cool to have like him on a hook on an ICP song. You know, that'd be sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Count me in.
And Are they just saying names because they're in like they're at the top of the charts right now, or do they really want to collab with these people?
I think they really do. Like Shaggy, I know for a fact. I knew he took his like daughter. I don't know if Shaggy has a daughter. He took his kid, somebody to like a Justin Bieber show, and I think like Post Malone opened up for him. I remember him like giving him props, like on some interview or some shit. So I have a feeling that they genuinely like. They've always been into pop music and shit, so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, personally. But they just know that those people have always been like out of their reach. But I mean, they're getting to the point with as long as they've been in the game and as kind of infamous as they've become, I think that they're wheeling her back around to being like so old school that it's cool again, to where it'd be ironically cool for these popular artists to be on a song with them. And they got a little bit of clout having done a song with Jack White and Snoop Dogg and shit like that too. So I don't think it's crazy to imagine that being a thing, man. Honestly.
I mean, they've had big name collabs over the years. It wouldn't be anything new.
Yeah.
They've had big names over the years. Fucking Snoop Dogg, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, no, I mean that was crazy at the time.
Fucking Ice-T.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they've had. I mean, it's mainly been rap, but
and not to mention, I think they get them getting their like kind of famous people at the gathering and shit. I'm sure that helps contribute to their clout there. I made one other note about the campfire stories. I know we're kind of jumping all over, but so Jay, I made a note that my favorite stories were Jay's story about the prison wife.
That story was nuts.
Yeah, which he said he talked about how he's talked about that before on a Weekly Freakly, and like I imagine I've read all those at some point, but I mean obviously that one skipped because I never heard that story, and he was like so nervous about Juggalos having heard it before.
Yeah.
But just to recap, I highly recommend going listen to Jay tell it. But to recap the stories, he got with this girl who was like, her husband was in prison, and she would always hold up like the phone at their concerts, travel all over to his concerts, and he like got to know her, started like fucking with her, and then like come to find out she's like a crazy fan, and her that what made me I guess laugh but like cringe too was the moment he said that after he fucked her, he saw that big tattoo on her back of that dude's face. And he was talking about getting clown paint put on it.
He was like, "What can you do? Well, you can put sunglasses on it." No, he was like, "Oh, you could put clown paint on." He's like, "No, but I'd still see the eyes. Just put sunglasses on."
Yeah, Shaggy said that. And then he talked about how the next day or whatever, like she went to go visit him and like told him about it. Yeah. And she said he was like like screaming but not screaming at the prison yard. What a fucking weirdo, man. Oh god, that shit was so funny and crazy. Like just goes to show like the crazy shit you get into like in this business, man. Like, and it sucks like for him, like he thought he was like having a real connection with this girl, like just for that to end up like that fucking blows, man.
Yeah, but let's be honest, dude. Jay falls in love with anything.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
He literally seems like one of those dudes. Like he was that friend that you had that like they would fall in love with any girl that gave them attention.
Yeah, that's true. And he's has the ability to kind of pick like these hotties, which I'm sure wasn't the case back in the day. So now he just falls in love anytime a hottie like.
Let's be honest. He falls in love with any hottie that gives him attention.
Right. But I mean, whatever.
I mean, at that point, who wouldn't?
And it's quite obvious. Just also hearing him talk over this past month, like. He's very obsessed with fucking sex and fucking like it's every story he tells, and he even said that.
We've talked about that.
Yeah,
we've talked about with the whole Fearless. Like if you go back and listen to our Fearless Fred review, the last song on that fucking album, is his. I think is his obsession of sex coming out.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm a man. Okay.
We all love to fuck.
Who doesn't like? But it's just like Jay does have an obsession with it. I really do think he admits it, like you said.
Yeah, he even said it on one of the episodes. I can't remember which. But.
He admits it, like you said.
He's like, all my stories are fighting and fucking.
Yeah, there's a time. I think he's had a good balance over the years of like putting it into the music and keeping it out.
Yeah,
like there's a good balance in there. He doesn't put his overall obsession and that's all he writes in his music. But that song, you can tell that was like pent up sexual. And for me, I saw that. I kind of felt that from it, and that's one reason why I did not like that song on that album. It's the only song I really don't like on that album.
I get it.
It's just a disgusting sexual obsession, talking about panty choking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, man, just come on. But you know what? He admits it. He owns it. More power to him.
You probably should have realized that way back when you heard fucking like Lil something something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But every rapper puts a fuck song on every album too. So you don't really realize it. But I mean, that just goes to show like how little he gives a fuck if people know about it. Yeah. A lot of people are probably like that and kind of keep that shit to themselves. You know? Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
He's I think he's just one of those dudes that's obsessed with sex because he probably always had to try really hard to get it. Yeah. I would imagine because. I mean, the way he looks, man. I'm not trying to diss on him, but he's a fucking ugly dude.
Right.
He's a severely ugly dude his personality is very, violent and aggressive but he has the two sides, he has like the Jay where he's like looking down, he's like, come on, hey man, this is so fresh, and I just, oh my god, it's stick bug, man, right. This is fresh.
He's got a charisma.
Juggalos look fresh, he's got this childlike mind state where he's really fragile.
Sure,
but then he flip side, he's super aggressive. So I'm sure that turns, he probably cries in front. Oh my god! He probably cries to women and shit.
That's probably what happened with that fucking girl he fucked in the hotel.
Yeah. I'm not again like if you cry, okay, whatever. But there are women, a lot of women out there. That's a turnoff for him.
Sure.
If a dude cries in front of them, they're just like, okay, I think I'm gonna get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And then obviously the super aggressive side of him is probably a turn off as well. You have to find that right balance.
Yeah, for sure. I imagine he's a tough guy to be with in general. Yeah, for that reason.
Yeah, he's probably tough to be with.
Not to mention at this point he's probably got an ego too. And,
yeah.
I don't know, man. He's got his own mental issues, obviously. Yeah. So
I'm not here to go into Jay's mental disorders.
I know,
but like
you tell it like it is. Man.
It's just that I think that's one reason why he's so obsessed with sex. Just growing up, being the scrubby, nerdy, big forehead, ginger, fucking pale, fucking, fat guy that never takes off his shirt, especially and stuff like that.
When you got your brother Rob is like a beefy, like good-looking fucking athlete, essentially fucking badass motherfucker. Like, I'm sure that fucked with him to an extent, but he doesn't give a fuck, and he's unapologetic about it. You can't knock it. It's just
he put himself and created a situation to where he could fucking get these hotties. Yeah. And he's just been obsessed and, just following that dream ever since.
Yeah, man. I feel it. I did enjoy all the fighting stories and shit where he talked about how he almost fucked up Johnny Fairplay and Steve-O. One thing I found interesting was like it was a common thread where like a lot of their fights were just because people were like, fuck ICP.
Yeah, of course.
Like, if someone says fuck ICP, they're fucking you up, dude. Yeah. Like they didn't... where I like to think, like, if somebody were to say that to me, I'd just be like, okay, like, fuck you. Like, they really were like, this dude said fuck ICP. We got to find him.
Yeah.
And show him.
The radio station?
Yes, that was the other story I had, dude. Like, Jumpsteady talked about how he went. He like
fucked this place up.
Yeah, some dude was on the radio dissing him. They found out, like, what station it was. They ninja missioned, like, to it, like, weeks later. And then he said he went in, destroyed every window, tagged every car, every van.
He was like looking at the cameras, waiting for people to show up. Like dude sounded like a beast, man.
Yeah, man. He was obviously a fucking psychopath in his day, which he kept saying, he's like, I'm not this guy, man. Like, which I mean, we all did dumb shit, so I get it. But then like for Alex to pull him in the office like the next day, like, dude, that was the wrong station.
That's the funniest shit. That's the funniest
I know. Shit. That really made me laugh a lot. I like that story.
Yeah, that was a good one. Going back to the shoot interview.
Sure.
I've been asking this for weeks. I think I've even asked it on the show here. What really happened with Alex Abyss?
Yeah.
And we finally got sort of the answer. They don't even really know exactly what happened to him, but at least we know what led up to his departure.
Right. I mean, I have my own theories about this, which it's a shame that it went down the way it did, because I feel like they kind of give Alex a pass, him being like a homie and shit like that, but it sounds like Alex royally fucked them over.
Yeah.
Like he said that Alex dipped out, gave them each $1 million, and said, I gotta hide.
Yeah.
Which to me sounds like I'm taking all your money and you're never gonna see me again.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Pretty much.
You know, and the fact that they'll really hunt somebody down and fuck them up and destroy thousands of dollars worth of property just for saying fuck ICP, but they're not hunting this down for probably stealing millions of dollars from them. Like that to me is shocking.
Yeah.
It's no wonder that he's going like in hiding. If they found out how much he really stole from them, I imagine they'd fucking kill him, dude.
Yeah. I guess they what I think is like Alex was a big part of them blowing up. Alex got them, was one of the biggest stepping stones for them to, he invested into him.
Sure.
So that's on their mind. It's like, dude, without him, we wouldn't have been shit.
Sure.
2 is Jumpsteady said they were best friends. It was one of Jumpsteady's best friends. 3, I think they, in a way, maybe not feared him, but I think they had this the combined thinking of all of them was like, we can't really fuck with Alex. He's too smart.
Maybe
he has connections. You know what I mean? It's like if he really wants to get back. They know. I think they know if they tried that shit with Alex that he would be able. He knows them. He would be able to fucking counter back with shit that
Maybe it's to me though. It's pretty ballsy of Alex knowing like their past. They're. I mean, another thing I've realized, these guys are legitimate fucking gangsters. Like, you clown on ICP all you want. These guys are these motherfuckers are thugs, or at least were back in their day. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't fuck with them. They're the kind of people you do not fuck with. And for Alex to have the balls to like just take all their money and dip out like that, that's pretty goddamn ballsy, bro.
Well, he said that they went into the house. Like, Alex was like, "This is your dream, not mine. Meet me at my house. I'm done."
Yeah.
They met him and they said his brother, this mysterious figure that Alex hated, was there just standing in the room looking real weird and shit. So I'm just thinking they knew something was up and they probably knew not to fuck with it.
Well, they also said Alex had gambling debts and shit. So it sounds to me like he probably got himself way in over his head about some shit. And maybe he was actually running from that. It's possible.
Yeah.
But I feel like he also took ICP's money and ran too, because I mean, for him to dip out when he did, which was like in ICP's prime, I think it was around the Wraith time or so. Yeah. I mean, he just fucking dipped out with all their money, bro. Like, they had to have had more than $3 million in the bank. Yeah. That's fucked up.
But didn't they say they got money back in their account?
I don't know.
From that shit?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he said something like when they found out how much money that they possibly lost, that money ended up going back into their account.
Oh, okay. I overlooked that.
So it almost seems like he paid him back.
Maybe.
I'd have to go back and listen to it. But
I mean, that said, like, they've obviously made their money back tenfold. I mean, they even said their office is worth $25 million.
Yeah.
Which that blew my fucking mind too. I was like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ. I mean, don't get me wrong, their office building is dope as fuck, and they got all kinds of space and shit in there and everything. But $25 million. I mean, give me a fucking break. I doubt they paid that, but he said that's what they're selling it for. Nevertheless,
that shit's crazy, man, with Alex. But yeah, that I was finally like, the only question I need to know, where's Rude Boy?
Yeah, where's Rudy?
I don't know what the hell they keep calling that one kid Rudy. I thought that was Rude Boy's son. I know Rude Boy has a son, but maybe that dude is a little too old to be Rude Boy's son.
Probably. I mean, they said that the new Rudy, which by the way, I watched the Tom Dub interview.
Yeah.
Where they brought that shit had me laughing my ass off when they brought young Rudy in and like give this man everything. Like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this man. Bow down and smell his feet or whatever the fuck they were saying.
And then the next day or the next whatever Peep show.
Yeah.
Jay was like pissed off because they were getting shit about it.
Yeah. To me, it was obvious they were like clowning.
Yeah,
on
but
him.
I mean, are there really SJW juggalos out there? Like,
obviously, especially for
they're fucking clown on each other. Their whole career has been that.
I mean, if you're gonna pay the $66.50 and watch the Peep show and comment on it like that was fucked up, like, I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
you obviously have no business being here if you don't get that they were fucking around with their homeboy.
Yeah.
Okay,
ICP are old school. They still come from a time when you're the new guy there, you're going to get fucked with.
Roasted.
You're going to get roasted. You're going to get fucked with. You know that. I mean, that is how life. That's how most of any situation in life is. I'm not going to get on this rant.
I mean, we do that shit to each
but
other.
People nowadays really think that is gone. Like that should not be a thing. No,
like,
that's
be
never
nice.
going away.
Yeah, fuck off.
It's never going away. You are going to get fucked with in life.
Not to mention they're putting on a show. Like they're gonna say some funny shit. Like it doesn't all have to be like 100% my real feelings only. Like they're gonna say some shit just to get a laugh.
Whoever
regardless.
got butthurt about that, I would hate to see it happening to them.
Yeah, fuck you.
They would fucking roll over and probably die. Or you know what I mean? It's just goddamn.
For him to even have to like disclaim that the next episode, that's a shame.
He
man.
seemed really pissed off about it.
Yeah, like it obviously got to him because he probably thinks the same shit. Like, I mean, if you're a real juggalo, why are you gonna get mad about that?
Yeah.
Or also when they got mad about the juggalos that came to narc on him at the police station when they got arrested or whatever. Like they're like, fuck you, you know? Yeah. Like there's some juggalos here to say, yep, that's him. Fuck off, man. Like anybody who would do that, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, man, it's just funny. Well, even though that was apparently a long time ago or years ago, or was that I can't remember what that is. But to get mad on somebody fucking roasting somebody and shit, like in their own crew, the dude obviously wants to be there. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You signed up to be the punching bag until the new guy comes, until you're not the new guy anymore.
And he said he was just a super juggalo that like moved out there and like pretty much forced himself. Like, let me just help you.
Yeah.
And like they hired him for just based off of that. You know what I mean? So you know the dude gets it. Like, why are you gonna fucking try to stick up for him? Like, I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Shouldn't be that way. His name is fucking Violent J.
He's a
clown posse. They've had songs that have been 1,000 times worse than anything that he said on at that part. You know what I mean? It's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that shit was retarded. Another thing that was funny to me was
social juggalo warriors.
Yeah. Another thing that was funny to me was during the campfire when Jay was talking about his chickens.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up earlier. Yeah, he went on a whole chicken rant and shit. You could tell Shaggy was getting annoyed.
I loved that, man. Like he just kept talking about how fresh they were. Like
Shaggy was getting so fucking annoyed. You could tell, man.
I don't know.
Stop talking about your chickens.
Yeah, that shit was great, man. He's like, I have like 40 chickens in the garage. If anybody wants a chicken, take a chicken. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I don't know. That shit just made me laugh. I wanted to mention it.
Was funny as hell.
Jay, not to mention, it's just funny. Jay being like a chicken guy is just a funny thing. Like in general, like I think they even said like, imagine showing yourself this shit 20 years ago. Like, like bro, you have a bunch of chickens and shit.
I mean, I understand the point of chickens. Like you get chickens so you can get eggs and you have free chicken. You can raise shit.
I would have chickens if I could.
Does he fucking slaughter or does he have somebody? I don't think he slaughters.
No, I doubt he does.
But does he have anybody fucking process those chickens to have chicken?
I think so. He said like they ate them. I could have sworn he said that.
Which it sounded like to me they were just pets. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. But it's just funny, like coming from the guys who made chicken hunting. Like, dude has fucking chickens. Like, it's just ironic and hilarious. Like, I just wanted to mention that. Like, just you know, as dudes, like they're just regular ass dudes, and you're getting a great glimpse of that, like during this shit. But you also see like their loyalty to each other, their friendship, their kinship. Like I'm loving all of it, you know, as a package. It's so great especially as an old school juggalo to really see all this shit, you know.
Oh, one quick thing. I think it was on the Stories from the Road.
Yeah.
And we've gone into this before, and I've heard other people go into this before, particularly about Shaggy and his overuse of the phrase "know what I'm saying." Oh
yeah, I meant to bring that up too. Jay calls him out for it.
Jay says, "Stop saying know what I'm saying." He's like, I can't help it, man. He's like, "Well, stop saying it." That shit was funny.
I thought so too, especially because literally right before he said that, I was like, "God, Shaggy keeps saying know what I'm saying."
Yeah.
He was doing like.
He stopped for a little bit and then started up again.
But Jay does it too.
Jay does it too. Yeah, Jay does. He says know what I mean more than anything. You know what I mean? I mean, it's fresh. You know what I mean? And man, I went out there and you know what I mean? Like he really does it. And we all have, everybody has their thing, but man,
I've listened to Meat Talk on this podcast. I do similar shit.
Shaggy has know what I'm saying. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I've known that since She Ain't Afraid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We talked about it since back then. I
Yeah.
mean, we've talked about it for 20 years that he says it so much.
Like his little rant on She Ain't Afraid, he does it after every fucking
Yeah.
sentence, and it's mind numbing. Like I'm
Yeah.
shocked that they left that cut in there, but
Yeah.
it's obviously that was just an off the cuff, like probably 1 or 2 take thing. But Shaggy actually talks like that, so
Yeah.
you can't you know why fake it? You know,
I think Jay.
I say
think
a
Jay,
lot. See, now I'm gonna be self conscious about it.
I think Jay is more self-aware of those things nowadays, and he's trying to stop.
Sure.
Even though when he gets in like a certain character mode, he'll say it a lot.
Yeah.
He's starting to become more aware, probably because people are saying to him, "Damn, Shaggy says you know what I'm saying." You guys say know what I'm saying so much, or they're reading it in comments.
Sure. I'm sure they're at least checking out the Patreon comments like during these shows, like maybe after or whatever. Like I know he's pretty self-conscious in general, from what I've gathered. So
he's probably just trying to help Shaggy out. It's like, dude, you're getting dogged. Everybody says you say know what I'm saying so much. You need to fucking stop.
I don't think Shaggy gives a fuck though.
No, he don't.
But it is shocking too, like knowing Shaggy does a podcast. I'm sure I haven't listened to the podcast too much. I've listened to maybe 4 or 5 episodes.
I've listened to the podcast, and Shaggy puts on that act. You know what I mean? He's like, and blah blah blah. And he starts talking like I forget. It's like almost like
his like Guido character. Almost.
Yeah, like a Guido, and he doesn't say it as much when he's actually playing a character. He uses way more words. But when he's himself telling a story, when you get just the raw and cut Shaggy, he uses less words. His vocabulary is cut in half. And he says, you know what I'm saying, so fucking much.
It's interesting.
But when he's actually being creative and using a character, man, he actually talks pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't made that connection. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the podcast and see if he
watch the new the Hatchet News or whatever, or when they're the newscast.
Yeah, the weekly Freakly Weekly.
Yeah, and I think they freestyle that mainly, and he doesn't say it at all, really.
Yeah, probably. Interesting. I don't know. What else was there? I feel like we kind of glossed over the Twisted conversation on the shoot interview, but I don't think they really said anything that we didn't already know from the Scotty D interview. But
it was like a few things, little tidbits.
It was like just how through with them they are. Like it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they said we never really think about it. That's why we're being so passionate about it right in this moment.
Yeah.
It's like we never think about it. We don't ever talk about it. So that, you know what I mean? And that makes sense. If they just you could tell that. You could tell.
Yeah, obviously.
They put it past. They've always been those types of people. You
Yeah.
can tell they just move past shit.
It's obvious though that like it really hurt them.
Oh yeah,
like a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Like personally.
I mean,
know?
you could tell that in a Scotty D interview.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay was like hunched over, like looking down. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame it went down the way it did, and it seems like that bridge is never going to be rebuilt at this point.
Dude, and like
everyone has hope, but I mean, seeing them talk about that shit, like I don't think it's ever happening, and I don't blame them.
And the more and
Twisted royally fucked them, dude.
Yeah, and now that you see ICP and all and how tight knit of a family they are, and then now Twisted is putting out more and more shit that you're seeing who they really are.
Yeah,
dude, I hate to say it. Twisted seem like some fake fucking pricks. Bro.
I agree.
They really do.
I agree completely.
Like the more I look at Paul and Jamie, man, they just have this front and this just pompous fucking fakeness about them.
Yeah,
man. It's just really disgusting.
Like imagine being like in that like family.
Yeah.
You know, like in the room with fucking Jumpsteady and Jay and Shags, like. For 20 fucking years, however long it was, 10 years even. And imagine being that engrossed in it, boys.
Yeah.
And then just to turn your fucking back and like start shitting on them, copying them, stealing from them outright. Dude. It's just such a snaky, shitty thing.
The shit they're doing is like you cannot deny it's really just they're copying every step psychopath. And everybody's like, whoa, they're a record label and they're using what they got taught. Yeah, okay. But literally, let's start up Dark Lotus again. Let's start up Friday. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
They were so like shitty about the Dark Lotus thing, which I don't blame them.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to go into let's hate Twisted thing. If you love Twisted, good. More power to you, man. I'm not telling you to hate Twisted. I'm not telling you. But in my personal opinion, looking at Psychopathic, looking at these people as a tight unit family, they do have their faults. Everybody does. But I get more of a sense of realism, authentic, just their intent just seems more positive, more, you know what I mean? And then you go into the world of Jamie and Paul, and it just seems so much more of a product, so much more just fake, man.
Yeah.
It's just
like
I don't know. I can't. That's just the way I feel.
I feel like ICP's meetings are like creative, like such a cloud of creativity in the room.
Yeah.
Where like Twisted's meetings are probably just like all venom and like just shitty. Like, what can we do to make a buck? Like, let's do this. I mean, don't get me wrong. ICP obviously does that with their multiple copies of albums and shit, and they talk freely about how they're going to have different copies with different tracks. You got to get them all, which I'm not a huge fan of that, but business is business. I get that, but I can't imagine like being in the Twisted Magic Ninja office and it being even close to like as loving of an atmosphere as I can see, just in these House Party Peep Show episodes.
Yeah, like I'm not going to, that I don't know.
We're not there, so we don't know. We're speculating. It's all purely speculation.
I'm just going off of Jamie and Paul, who they are.
Sure.
Who they've come out and shown the world who they are.
I mean, I know since Jamie fucking cussed me out at the Dark Lotus in the store, I've known he's a bitch, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I remember you telling that story, which is why I never fucking talked to Twisted.
Yeah.
I never did, man. I even back then I got that feeling. I was like, I'm not even gonna fucking talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, the couple times I've met them, they seemed so cool. Back when they were in that world, it seemed cool. But, just to see, you can tell just by what the shit they've done and said since they've left Psychopathic. You can kind of get an idea of like how their mental psyche works. Dude,
it almost seems like this is what they had in mind from the beginning. Like, let's use ICP.
Ride their coattails till we can jump off.
They found, like, it almost seems like they went on tour with ICP, or they opened up for ICP. They probably figured out who Jay was and how, like, accepting he is once you get to know him and, like, once you gain his trust. And they just manipulated that for years until they finally got to a point where they're like, let's just do it on our own. Fuck them. You know what I mean? It just seems like they've had that in their mind from day one.
It's you're right. It sucks to know that Jay or ICP was even like, throw the Hatchet Man on there, like, you do your own thing, that's fine, but throw the Hatchet Man on there. Let them know it's still love, it's still family. And they were just like, nope.
Yep.
Nope.
And you could tell that they're like, no, fuck. Basically, no, fuck you. I know they're not going to ever say, oh, we said fuck Juggalos at that point. Of course not.
That's their entire fan base. They're not going to do that.
They're a fucking walking contradiction. They want to separate themselves from ICP and the Juggalo fan base, yet still placate to the Juggalos.
Yeah. Talk about Juggalos and their songs.
We want to be our own thing. We want to have our own fan base. We want to have, but let's still try to keep Juggalos happy as much as possible while still trying to separate from them.
Sure.
Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. It's a complete contradiction. You're either in it or you're not. It's just like, man, you can just tell anybody else that does this type of shit in life. If you're just a person that does any types of these qualities, you will be considered and looked at as a fake motherfucker.
Yeah. People
will go, you're fake. You contradict what you say. Your actions are scummy. People are going to say that about you if you do these types of shit as just a person.
Yeah, for sure.
Any relationship you're in with your family, your friends, if you're married, if you're in a girl, they're going to call you out and say you're a fake piece of shit going behind your back, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're doing as a record label, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk shit about Twisted.
I know it's easy to do though. I mean,
it's just so easy to do, dude.
Like I've only heard like Monoxide. I think Jamie's pretty much kept his mouth shut about most of this shit.
He's been on. I think he's been secretly recorded, and like you've really heard what he really thinks.
I may have watched something like that now that I think about it, but I know Paul like just doesn't give a fuck. He goes on his Instagram live and just in his car and because he's not allowed smoking in the house or something.
And smokes. Yeah, he's such a pompous piece of shit, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Like he just seems like an asshole.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like hanging out with him or being. I don't know.
If I met those types of people just in real life with like as people I knew, I would not hang out with them.
No, I'm with you.
I would completely be, hey, what's up, man? And I would go just completely away, hang out with somebody else.
No, I feel
Like if I
that.
met him at a party, those are the types of people I'd stay the fuck away from.
I feel you. And again, we don't mean to. I know we probably have a lot of people listening or watching that still on the Twisted train, and whatever. That's fine. Like I've listened to everything they've put out as far as music wise, and
Huge fans of them for years.
yeah, I can still separate the music from the men. Like for the most part, like I'll give their albums a spin here and there, but the love ain't there. So I can't buy into it. I just can't. Not to mention that their product just isn't as good, to be quite frank. But that's neither here nor there. That said, I do really want to hear like the Twisted Freak Show outtake album that they're putting out. I'm gonna seek that out. Definitely, they're not getting another dime of my money ever. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
I'll never give them another fucking ounce of anything.
Yeah.
But
I just got into this shit because of ICP. Twisted came along and it was a perk.
it was
and I
great
thought-
for a while.
I thought it was really good. They came out, in my opinion, showed their true colors, and I'm okay to let them go.
Yeah.
I was in it for ICP from the beginning, and I'm in it for ICP still. And just seeing who they are, I see, in my opinion, that ICP are more legitimate. They're more real people. Personally, those are the kinds of people I would surround myself with.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's just the way it is. You can argue about whose music is better, and I'm not going to argue if people think if Twisted's music's better. I'm not going to argue that. Maybe it is, you know what I mean. But in my opinion, it doesn't matter to me. I could go out and find rappers and music that I think is 10,000 times better than anything on Psychopathic and Twisted, and go, well, this music's better than anything ICP and Twisted does.
Sure.
And I have music that I think is better than ICP and
Sure.
Twisted. I don't listen to ICP solely because I think they're such amazing, talented artists. I listen to it because I have the love for it and I have the investment in
You have a connection.
Yeah. And to me, it's just a classic band that I love.
Yeah. I feel it, man. 100%.
Twisted, in my opinion, can take a walk. I'll give them a chance to listen to everything they do, but other than that, just take a fucking walk. I'm not really into it anymore.
Preach, brother.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that coming out of that shoot interview was big. So, and Jay still kind of, you can tell he still kind of feels bad for going in on him like that, because like he said, you heard him say, man, we wrote on Twisted.
Yeah.
That right there shows that he's thinking about it, and
Sure.
he's going, man, we went hard on him.
But I mean, they kept it
Yeah.
as real as you could possibly keep it. Yeah, it was obvious that was all just off the cuff, real feelings, and they probably knew that they were going to talk about it. So I'm sure they had some shit to say. But it's nice to just hear it from the horse's mouth. You could argue that, I guess, if you're a Twisted fan that doesn't believe that, you could argue that they're just faking it and they're just talking shit. But I don't know, man. Like, maybe I'm just biased. I guess you could say that. But I mean, hearing them talk, like you can sense the realness behind it.
You know in your heart if it's real or not.
Yeah.
You when somebody's on camera for 3 hours.
Yeah.
No breaks, some breaks, but no like editing and cutting.
Yeah.
You do see who they really are.
Yes.
I don't fucking give a fuck. You can't put on an act for fucking 3 hours doing all, fucking up what you're saying constantly, trying to like go off the top of your head. You can't put a character on like that for 3 hours. Why the fuck would you?
Yeah, I'm with you.
What are you getting out of that? There's nothing, they have no other option but to just fucking be real at this point in their career.
Yeah, especially with regarding Twisted in general. Like,
and Twisted,
they're not losing any fans
Yeah.
saying what they were saying.
Twisted, it's in their better interest to be fake.
Yeah.
At this point in their career, they're trying to essentially re-establish themselves and rebirth a new like a career from their start. You know what I mean?
And it's obvious. You're right, and it's obvious that they are like that just due to the fact that, like Jay said, they hated Axe Murder Boys and then go and fucking sign
Yeah.
them as soon as they kick them to the curb.
Exactly.
You know?
I
Give me a
mean-
fucking break with that shit, bro. At least Blaze has the good sense to shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, I met Blaze. I met ABK. Though I thought they were cool people.
Yeah.
I thought they were cool people. So I'm not gonna hate. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
Blaze
say
seems
shit
like a
about
cool ass dude. It's unfortunate that I get it, you're gonna ride with your homies, and that's you stay with who you're gonna stay with. I get that, so I can't knock him, but it's just it's unfortunate, man.
that. Yeah, man. Shout out to Blaze. I can't really hate on him at all. What time are we at?
42 minutes.
42 minutes.
I think. Oh no, we're at an hour.
Okay. Real quick, I wanted to talk about the story. They went into the ICP Classic tour around Detroit and where they grew up and stuff like that, and they went on the road. And if you remember, in the book, Behind the Paint, I don't know, how common knowledge this is to juggalos, but for me it was pretty common knowledge. If you go to this section of the book called Monsters and Ventures.
What page is that?
It is 82.
Okay.
If you go to that book, Monsters and Adventures, and I remember this from back in the day when I read it, they tell a story about the road.
All right.
You can also hear Jumpsteady recorded an audio version of it. You can listen. It's on YouTube. Just go type in the audio book. Go to that Monsters and Adventures section. You can hear Jumpsteady tell it. And I think this was on a CD they actually released of Jumpsteady's stories.
Yeah, he said they pressed up 500 copies.
Yeah, very rare copy, but it looks like they spliced it in with the audio book. Anyway, the road story is really cool. They talk about going. It's this road. It was an urban legend. Kids talked about it in school. They were like 17, 18 years old. They decided to go on a ninja mission and test their bravery and go check out the road and shit like that. So basically what happens is they Jumpsteady named the road. It's called Drainer Road. So I actually go Drainer Road in I think it's Michigan.
Is it spelled like that?
No, it's spelled DRAHNER. Yeah.
West Drainer Road in Oxford, Michigan?
Yeah, just type that in and I'll see if it's where zoom out slightly.
All right, here I'll let me put it on the table so everybody else can see too.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me get this shit out of the way.
Well, it's funny. They named it out. They were getting mad at each other like, "Why'd you name it, man? It'd be fresh if they find it themselves." But
did they talk about that?
Yeah, they were getting kind of upset about it. Zoom out more.
Okay.
Where are we at? Golf course.
Let's see.
Okay, go Oxford Golf Club.
Where's right here?
Yeah, go in there a little bit. Zoom in there. Yeah, okay, go a little bit. Scroll it left a little bit more.
Like this?
Yeah, it's around this area. Yeah, okay. So Sabaco Retreat House.
Oh, this might be better. Put it on the big video.
So that is the monastery monk they talk about. Let's go into the story. Go left because we'll start from where they started. If you keep going left, there is there's
great Drainer.
Yeah, just keep following that road. There's a golf course, or not a golf course. Sorry.
That must be this.
No, keep going there. Sorry, there's a graveyard. That right there.
This?
That little patch right there is a cemetery.
Okay.
So in the beginning of the story, they talk about they park outside of they park their woods. They park their car in the woods. They cover it with bushes. They start walking down this road. This road was rumored to have evil monks, basically, that would attack you and kill you. So they were like, let's do this shit, test of bravery. They start out in this cemetery. So if you go back and listen to it, you can follow this road map. You can even go to the street level, and they talk about how the vegetation, the trees grew up and made it look like a tunnel.
Okay.
And when you actually go to the road, the actual the ground view of this, that's exactly what this shit looks like that going down this road. So it's pretty cool to actually see it.
That's not helpful.
This was doing the same shit. It would go to the neighborhoods for some reason. I think you got to like double click on the side of the road, like next to the map.
Okay.
Like it shot you all the way into the city. This is like not it at all.
Okay.
But yeah, they start there at that cemetery, and they keep walking. They run into they think is a lunatic asylum. They talk about. They think like there's an escaped lunatic running around. They're going to jump out of the woods at him and shit. Yeah, that you're all.
Where the fuck did it go?
It did the same thing. It shoots you all the way back. You have to like scroll all the way back to where you were.
Was it over here?
Yeah, it even further.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the fucking That's the monk monastery.
That is the Subiaco Retreat House.
Yeah.
Let's see what that looks like.
But they eventually come up to this monastery, and
this is it? You think?
No. That's like part of it. Go down to the picture below it.
Oh, okay.
That's the big window they're talking about.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're talking about like the jagged rooftops and shit.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say that this was like a jagged rooftop.
That's the retreat house. The actual church is what they're talking about.
Okay, got you.
So I don't know. I found it all. I'm not gonna. I don't know how to tell you to like look it up and find
I'm just
it
gonna
all,
keep
but,
clicking around.
Yeah, but I found it probably shot you right. Oh yeah. If on the right is where the church is, the big monastery building. Yeah, I don't know. I found a bunch of pictures of it and shit, but yeah, they go to that and they talk about test your bravery. You got to go touch the monks, the house, and they said they saw like naked monks in black robes running around and shit. I don't know. Listen to the story. It's cool. They eventually get shot at, and all kinds of shit, man. It's a great story, but this is what it's called. It's called Drainer Road. Yeah. I don't know.
So where was the cemetery? It was over here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was so you said they parked in the cemetery, right?
Yeah, they park. I guess they parked outside of the cemetery, and they start walking down that road where all the green is. That's all like the woods and shit.
Okay.
And it's a real thin road. I don't know. I clicked on it and was able to like get a street view of it.
Okay, here.
All kinds of shit. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so yeah, if this would have been the road they're walking down.
Yeah, on Halloween night, this is the road they're walking down. Think about back then when this wasn't built up.
Yeah.
None of this shit was built up. I think they even said it was dirt road back then.
Okay. Oh yeah, look, here it is. Look, here's a fucking dirt road. So they would have come out like right here, kept going across here.
Yeah, so they parked somewhere, I don't know, but when they started walking, the first thing they stumbled into was the graveyard.
Okay.
And then they walk down. They keep walking down. They stumble into what they think is a monastery or an insane asylum.
Okay.
Then they go further. They stumble into a farm where they end up in the middle of all these cows.
Maybe this is a farm.
Yeah, that's probably it right there. Yeah, that's probably the cattle house or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Interesting.
And then they keep going, and they finally find the monastery. They hear whistling. That was the legend that the monks would whistle because they took a vow of silence. Which, if you look it up, that their actual religion is if they take a vow of silence.
Okay. I wonder if this was back there. Maybe that's the insane asylum or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, we're just speculating. It's just fucking around.
But this is the road. I don't know how many, how many juggalos have actually heard this story, but it's an interesting story.
Yeah, it's cool that you actually found it, man. That's really neat.
Well,
here's a farm too.
Yeah, well, Jumpsteady named he named the monks, I think they're called the Benedict monks.
Okay.
And he named the monastery. The Sebago retreat house, I think, is different. I think it's on the same compound.
Okay.
But it's kind of different from what the actual church and the monks are.
I see.
So what they saw is they said they saw monks hunting them and shooting at them. The retreat house is a retreat house for teenagers.
Okay. Ah, okay.
So I'm wondering if they got fucked with by teenagers.
Ah.
They're same age or something, you know what I mean?
Maybe. Or if they were psychos that lived in the insane asylum. I mean, I don't think they would have had guns even with rock salt or whatever, but yeah, they said they were getting shot at. The legend has it you would get shot at with rock salt guns.
Yeah. They said they shot at him and everything. They shot like one of their friends, Don. I think it was the dude on the Dog Beats cover. They talk about that and then in the newest one, the classic tour.
Okay.
They talk about all their friends and who's on the Dog Beats cover. They go to Zug Island or outside of Zug Island. They go to all the old houses and shit they lived at.
Damn, this road is fucking long.
Yeah, they apparently walked down all this shit. But yeah, I
wonder how much.
It's called The Road, man. It's a good ass.
There's something there. That's a big ass house. Intriguing. Drainer Road in Oxford Charter Township, Michigan. Check it out. You go Google Maps and take your own little fun trip down the road.
All right, so I pulled it up. I Googled the Bennett.
There's the retreat house again. Here, oh, there's St. Augustine's house. You think that might be part of it too? I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I think that's maybe.
Wow, yeah, that looks fucking old, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it though. I don't know if that's it.
Welcome to St. Augustine. Yeah, this is like a Christian thing.
No, Jumpsteady said it was the Benedict.
Okay. So you think that is the Subiaco?
Yeah, it's the same. I believe that's the same exact. But you didn't get great pictures of the actual church. If you saw the pictures of that, it's exactly what he explained.
Let me try to put my pin down here. See if we can get a closer look.
Sorry, at least we got visuals.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just listening to this, sorry, but yeah, there's some. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, just if you just search it up on Google, like you can kind of take a little trip down here. It's pretty neat. I wonder how far back it'll let me go here. Okay, look. There's that, and there's the other. This is the church you were talking about. Yeah, we were already here, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
It won't let you get any closer. Private property, I guess.
Yeah, you probably just got to pull a pic. I went to their site and actually looked at pictures and shit. And
intriguing. That's pretty dope, man. Like, that story is wild, though. I mean, even if it is teenagers, or whether it's teenagers, monks, or whatever, like, it's pretty fucking nuts. I mean, the whistling leads credence to the monk theory, to be honest. And I guess it wouldn't be shocking to know that they don't want motherfuckers on their property, right?
Yeah. They have a website. I'm trying to fucking figure out what the website is. Like, there's some pictures of the, I don't know. You can't really see
I'll pull
them.
up here.
But they have a fucking website. I'm trying to figure out their website.
St. Benedict Monastery. Here, let me pull it up on
Yeah, I'm on, my phone's going slow as shit.
Let's see. St. Benedict Monastery, Drainer Road, Oxford, Michigan. Okay. Yeah, okay. It is literally in the same area. Yeah. Interesting. There it is, St. Benedict Monastery.
Yeah, this is what Jumpsteady said it was. He said it was on Drainer Road, so this has got to be it. The retreat house, I think, is just an addition. It's just part of it.
Okay. Wish I had more pictures on here. That's like literally the only couple pictures on here.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the site and I saw a bunch of pictures. I don't really know, but either way, it's a good. Great story. They did it on Halloween night. I figured that'd be a cool little.
Yeah, man, that's really dope.
They didn't want any. I guess Jay got mad when Jumpsteady actually said what the road was and shit like that. And
creepy.
Yeah, so there's some of that. Yeah, it's a retreat house for kids and stuff like that. I know. Yeah, once you see all these pictures, you're like, wait a minute, those evil monks and shit. But this is it. This is the fucking church, man.
I mean, not to mention, we're talking like probably what, mid '80s, late '80s, probably.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, fuck this. Good shit, man. I mean,
but that's the big window he's talking about. That whole shit.
That's some super sleuthing you did, bro. I didn't even hear them say the name of the road, so that's pretty cool.
No, they said it at the. You didn't watch the classic tour.
Oh yeah, I didn't finish that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. But he does mention during the classic tour, like, this is the road I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. I see. I'm definitely interested in that.
They did the research. He was like, I did the research, and it's the Benedict monks, and da-da-da-da-da.
Jay gets mad at him.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, I don't know, man. I'm wondering if, like, was it the monks fucking with him? Was it the kids that were there?
Yeah.
Because maybe they were fucking bad kids or some shit, or
maybe, man.
Or were they just used to kids coming out there because of the legends, so they would fuck with him, and it was Halloween night or something?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of I don't know.
Or maybe there's some really fucked up occultic dealings that really go on behind the scenes there.
That's
who
true.
Fucking knows, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, what is there? You said you used to go on like ninja adventures and shit with your buddies back then and shit. Like,
oh yeah, we did shit like that all the time.
Did you ever have any run-ins or any similar like kind of situations like that? I know I didn't really have anything that dramatic, but I know when I was probably in middle school, me and my buddy would walk down the railroad tracks right across No Bixby Road over there by Majestic and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we would go down the railroad tracks toward like where the Coke plant was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and, And we would walk down there, and my buddies would be like, "We can't go too far, man. Like there's like guards down there. They'll like chase you out of there. You can't go all the way down there." So we never went like all the way down. Like I wasn't as brave as, mind you, I was in middle school, but we were never as brave as fucking Jumpsteady and shit. But we just mainly hung out on the bridge and skipped school over there and shit. But you know, everybody has like a legend, you know, like that.
No, we did shit like that all the time. We did have a legend where there was a farmer that would shoot you with rock. I had this shoot you with rock salt. I had this memory in my mind where I was in a cornfield with a couple friends and we were getting shot at by rock salt.
Yeah.
I have this memory in my mind. I don't know when the fuck it was. It was obviously when we were little kids. We used to go out to the trails, these trails in the woods all the time, and there was a legend that if you went too far on the farmer's property, he would come out and shoot you. So we're running. I have this vision. We're running through the cornfield, and we're hearing like we're getting shot at, and my friend got shot in the fucking ankle.
Damn.
So I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's just a story we made up and shit.
Yeah, like you tell it so many times, it just kind of becomes true.
I can't remember if it's true or not, but we did do crazy shit like that all the time.
Sure.
Mainly it was like cops and like other adults and shit that would fuck with us.
I mean, there was the time we were just like hanging out in the woods, like getting stoned and drinking and shit, like our group of friends and like
the choppers.
Remember the
shit,
chopper? The chopper came and like everybody scattered.
Yeah.
And they were shining their light down on us and everything. I remember like ninja crawling through like that big field next to the woods and shit.
Oh yeah.
That was a wild time. We were probably what, 18, 17 around that time maybe.
Yeah, I did shit like that all the time. Railroad police, because we would always walk tracks, jump on trains, ride trains back and forth out in the South End and shit. Yeah, we got caught by railroad police, fucking cops, and all kinds of shit.
Good shit, bro.
I rarely got caught.
Yeah.
I did get caught by the railroad police, and then maybe a cop like once or twice.
Really? What they do? Like, just get out of here.
They just drove us back to the road and dropped us off.
Don't come back here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel it. All right, man. Well, we'll wrap it up with the House Party Peep Show talk. But man, there's so much to cover. Like I had a lot of shit I wanted to get out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I'm looking forward to the acoustic set. Looking forward to seeing that. I'm gonna finish the tours. That shit was pretty dope. But I don't know what else there was on the docket there. But I think they had one other podcast they were doing. I can't remember what they're talking about. Oh, top 5 or top 3s. They're going to go over all their top 3s or top 5s or something like that. I think they did that yesterday, maybe the day before.
What for what?
Just a random shit. They're just going to talk about all kind like top 5 albums and whatever.
Okay.
That's what it seemed like.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. So
I'm kind of wondering if they got all their best shit done already.
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, because that shoot interview and the tour of all their old shit around the it's hard to beat that shit.
Man, it's cool. I hope this was successful enough that they do more shit like this. You know,
it seems like it is.
And kind of like think about more cool ideas and shit. I love it, man. I'm eating it up. All right, you ready? Just talk about some Hallowicked shit.
Yeah, man. Let's get into these fucking Hallowicked songs. Classic shit. By the way,
repping the old school. This shirt right here was the Hallowicked shirt from 1998, which is the tour I went to. Which, by the way, hold on.
1998 Hallowicked, man. That's only what 4 years after the first one, or the first Hallowicked single.
I think it was 90. Yeah, it could have been
93.
Yeah, I think it was 93.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have my ticket stub.
I mean, but this shirt is old, Mr. Rotten Treats.
Yeah,
I can just feel the oldness of this shirt.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a bunch of parking passes from the gathering and shit.
So when'd you get this one?
I may have bought that at a gathering, like when they had like reprints of shit and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think I bought that at an
fucking
old.
Still an early gathering, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, that shirt's still rare. It's hard to find. I have a couple ticket stubs that says Insane Clown Posse and Twisted is just spelled like the normal way. Oh, here we go. Look. Insane Clown. Oh, that was 2001 Hallowicked. Let's see.
That's still fucking old Hallowicked right there.
Yeah.
2001 Hallowicked, man. That's fucking old.
Oh, here we go. Look. Insane Clown Posse, Hallowicked with ICP, Agora, Cleveland from 1998. It'll be hard to show you this shit, but hold on. What else was there? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Wednesday, October 28th, 1998, Cleveland. So I think they did like a couple they always have kind of done that where they, instead of just doing the Detroit 31st Hallowicked date, they did like a mini tour where they did a few dates that week, and that was the one in Cleveland. And so that one was the one I got the Pumpkin Carver single, which I seem to not have anymore, unfortunately. I don't know where the fuck that thing disappeared to. But nevertheless, good shit. I had like I didn't know, these are mostly gathering pictures, but I didn't know if
is that Big Silva?
I do have a picture of Big Silva. This is a picture we actually took of Big Silva. They had it there, like you could fuck with it, add tape to it, whatever. Yeah, they talked about that in the documentary. I didn't know if I had, these are all, I think, gathering pictures. Let me see. Oh, this was here it is. This is when we went to Hallowicked. There's all right.
That's the one where I'm tongue kissing my friend.
All right, so we went to I can't. This wasn't 98 because you guys are with me. So
that was like 2002.
Must have been the 2001 because
2001. Yeah.
That's the other ticket stub I have. But I wore the same shirt there. But Carver and our buddy Shane are in the corner here, and it's this picture is like a meme amongst our friend group because it's a picture of me with my face paint on, but it looks like they're in the corner making out when he's actually just doing his makeup.
Dude, I'm tongue kissing him, man. I was getting all up in that shit.
That shit's pretty funny. I love that picture. Not even because I'm in it. It's just because you guys are making out.
Yeah, man. If you've never sucked on a man's tongue, you haven't lived.
Here's me meeting Twisted as a youngster while we're at it. I was probably like 16, 17 in that picture. Nevertheless, I don't think I really have any other Hallowicked pictures, but I wanted to go through them. It's worth it going through them just for that tongue kissing picture alone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nevertheless, let's dive into the albums.
Some old fucking relics from the past right there.
Yes. All right, so the first Hallowicked song is, we're going with the 20th anniversary Hallowicked collection. This is from 2013, so it's leaving off the last like few years worth of Hallowicked songs, but we're not really all that familiar with it. What are you pointing?
See that Forgotten Freshness.
Oh yeah. So this one, the 20th anniversary actually has a few songs that the Forgotten Freshness didn't even have. Which, by the way, that Forgotten Freshness was supposed to smell like fucking pumpkins or some shit. But it doesn't. I smelled it earlier. Yeah, the CD for that one is dope. It's just like an orange CD. Smell it. See if you can smell anything.
The CD?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe the booklet. I remember them saying the booklet was supposed to smell. You smell anything? It might be gone. I mean, that shit's like 10 years old.
I don't smell shit.
Yeah.
Booklet. This is a sweet booklet.
It does got some sweet pictures in that booklet. So this is from the Forgotten Freshness 4, right? Yeah, Forgotten Freshness Volume 4, which the CD itself is kind of forgettable. It's a lot of remixes and shit. But the Hallowicked compilation, that was the first time we got a Hallowicked compilation.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, like just to have that.
Yep.
Because up until then, unless you downloaded the songs illegally or went to the show, like we didn't have some of these songs, you know. Yeah. A lot of them ended up on Forgotten Freshnesses of years past or whatever. I think this middle part's fucked up. It's probably holding it open. Nevertheless, Dead Pumpkins is the first Hallowicked song. What do you think about Dead Pumpkins?
Man, it's hard to really say any much more. I think we've already talked about these old school, like the first at least 4 or 5, the first 4 or 5 Hallowicked songs. I believe we've already been through all of these.
Yeah,
fucking amazing. It was one of my favorite, not just Halloween songs, one of my favorite ICP songs.
Yeah, I mean this song is like, 27 years old.
Yeah,
and it still holds up. You know, it's fucking great, start to finish. The whole thing is so well done.
The first time I heard this was on Forgotten Freshness 1 and 2, back in 1998. It just fucking, as soon as I popped this in and heard this shit, it's the first song on the first disc, I was just like, holy shit. This fucking, I loved it, dude. Fucking loved it. It's just so.
Yeah, because this was on Forgotten Freshness 1, right?
Yeah. It's just so dank and fucking dreary and fucking heavy and ruthless and just Jay's voice is, it's got that classic, that classic voice he was doing in the 90s.
It's got this like this rock guitar kind of effect in it.
Yeah, it's got this guitar going on in the
shit.
background. And then it's got that old school, almost 80s drum beat kind of percussion in the background that you would hear in like almost like those old 808 sounds from the early 90s, late 80s and early 90s. It's kind of it's got a mix of two different genres. One current, the rap rock thing that was going on, and then the old 80s sounding drum beat. And then it's just Jay, man, going off telling this fucking crazy wicked story. I fucking love it, dude. Yeah. And the tempo of this beat is actually it's one of the tempos that's, I think, a higher tempo meant, you know what I mean, that you could actually rap fast to this. I remember that because they always use those they always use those classic the BPMs would be about like, around 90 something, and the BPMs in this are a little higher, which allows you to rap faster.
Okay.
So this beat, they made it sound slow.
Ooh, it's got the scratching too. I forgot.
Like the snare is really spread really far apart, so it gives it that really long, heavy sound.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be just rambling on for people who don't.
I think you're a little more like in tune with the production sound than like I am as far as that goes. Like I kind of hear it as like a whole, so it's hard for until you start talking about it like that. I have to kind of start like really concentrating to hear that kind of shit personally, but. No, I love it.
Just doing some, production. But yeah, man, great fucking song.
We love it.
Not much I can say about this one either.
Yeah, Mr. Rotten Treats is pretty good. I like Dead Pumpkins more than Mr. Rotten Treats, to be honest. Mr. Rotten Treats I've liked it, but it's one of my less favorite ones, to be quite frank. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, I don't know. It's fun. Like this little skit at the beginning's funny and shit. But
I would say out of my favorite three are the first three tracks on this.
Okay.
Dead Pumpkins, Mr. Rotten Treats, and Halloween on Military Street.
I think
this might be my third. This might be number 3 out of those 3. Halloween on Military Street is my number 1.
I mean, this one is sweet.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why I was saying that. Like,
I love it.
It's always been like kind of an afterthought to me, but I do like it.
I don't know. I kind of Dead Pumpkins and Mr. Rotten Treats kind of hold the same place for me.
Okay.
Because they're a two-parter. It's like the sequel almost to Dead Pumpkins.
Sure.
So I don't know. In my opinion, I listen to them together all the time. Like when I listen to Dead Pumpkins, I listen to Mr. Rotten Treats. It's just the way it is. It's almost like one song to me.
I feel it.
But yeah, this is, I don't know. I love it. I love these Dead Pumpkins, Mr. Rotten Treats, and Halloween on Military Street. I love just like all 3 of these songs to me are ICP classics that
it's ICP at their best.
Just beyond Halloween. This is legitimately like these should have been on fucking, in my opinion, they should have been on, Joker's cards.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great songs. Halloween on Military Street is without a doubt my favorite Halloween song.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite ICP songs. I think I've said this numerous times on this show.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ICP songs of all time.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about this song, man. Like it's a pretty simple concept where he's just trick-or-treating and talking about all the wacky characters and shit. But like
that's why it's so good.
Yeah, the creativity that goes into like each house. I mean, as he was writing this shit, I can't imagine like how like dope he must have felt,
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is all 3 of these songs so far are like all Jay.
Yeah.
Like Shaggy screams in the middle of the other 2 songs,
yeah.
but I don't think he might be on the hook of this, but he doesn't really have much rapping involved at all.
I love the chorus to this song, dude.
Yeah. You can hear Shaggy on the hook.
And it's like ding, 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 ding. It's got those keys in the background. You can really hear. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. Ooh, I like that. Like
synth. Yeah, that's like a synth.
Yeah. It's so good. Jay's voice is great in these 2.
Yeah. This is when they really got to the almost like the Malenko era.
Yeah. So this would have been like 95 if we're going in order of year.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
95, 96. Well, Pumpkin Carver would have been 98, so 98, 97, 96,
Yeah.
95, 94. So it is 94.
Yeah, I think it's 94. Halloween in Military Street's probably Riddlebox era.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with this one?
But by the time they get the Riddlebox and Malenko era, Jay's doing this voice. I don't know if it's an effect or whatever, but it really sounds like a clown. Like when I hear Jay rapping in this voice, to me, I picture a fucking clown. You know, I don't picture just a guy with face paint on.
No, I feel you. I get the same effect. And yo, I'm like, fuck.
Great song.
I love this song, man. I've loved this since the first time I heard it on Forgotten Freshness.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Johnson's Head. I think. This is the redone version.
Mm-hmm.
Which. So the original Mr. Johnson's Head was on Ringmaster, right?
Yep.
We all know that. So they did like this redone version, this Hallowicked, which is dope as fuck. I think we've talked about it before. Like, I mean, it's almost like a perfect recreation of it.
Yeah.
Like it's. I don't even think I prefer the old one. I think I prefer this one to the old one. You know.
I honestly could listen to either one of them.
Yeah, same. But
Like I said, put on Mr. Johnson's Head. I don't care which one you put on.
I think this one's a little more like tight. Like he switches up just enough of the lyrics to make it like you could tell like I see what you did there. Like I see why you did that. You know.
I think the only reason I would pick the old one is because I might be in the mood for that production style.
Okay.
For when I do like going back to listen to the old rough production style they had.
I feel that. Yeah.
I like that kind of sound. Like, man, I want a more raw, mix. I want a, more raw mastered sound that they had. This one is more crispy. It's more,
I feel it. All right.
But yeah, either one. Pick one.
This says Pumpkin Carver remix. I don't know what that means, by the way.
I don't know either.
And an interesting fun fact that a lot of people may not even know is that the Pumpkin Carver Hallowicked single came with a second track on it. It was called Interview, and it was just Jay like droning on and on for like 7 or 8 minutes, maybe even longer. He has this weird effect on his voice, like
I don't remember
where
that.
It keeps kind of like fading back and forth or in and out and shit. But he's just like I don't think he's talking about anything like in particular. It's been so long since I've listened to it, but it's just like he's talking about like wicked, scary shit and stuff, as far as I remember. But I was always like in love with this song, mainly because I actually went to that Hallowicked, had the single. Like it was like a myth to me up to that point. You know what I mean? Like you actually do get the song. Like here it is. Fuck, I'm one of the ones that get it. You just felt so cool. So, but anyways, this song was incredible. Like 90s, like I said, 98 ICP at they're peaking. KMK's on this song, like they were fucking dope at the time. Like just got introduced to us touring with ICP. It was so good. What are you looking up?
Hallowicked 98, Pumpkin Carver single and Interview.
Yeah. So the Interview, it tacks on a few extra minutes. Just pull it up here. Hold on, wait. I'll pull it up on here, just out of curiosity. I can't.
Burnt Popcorn Productions.
Let me see. Let's play a little snippet of it so you can hear it. Pumpkin Carver Interview.
Before that, about this, my tidbits on this song. I love the fucking song, obviously. The hook, I love KMK on the hook.
Yeah.
The KMK on the hook was great. I forget who it was who rapped at the end there. It was just one person from KMK.
I think it was Snoop, or I said Snoop, Saint Dog. I think they all get a few lines in.
Yeah. The verse at the end, I could live without.
Yeah.
I don't. To me, it didn't belong. It didn't fit. It sounded okay with it, but it just didn't fit with the song.
Oh yeah, there's Twisted on there, which that was great. I mean,
yeah, the Twisted on Pumpkin Carver was great.
By the way, let me tell you this too. When we went and saw this show, Twisted, I'd seen ICP probably 2 or 3 times by now. My dad took us up there, and we saw Twisted, and like this was right after Most Tasteless came out, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me think. Was that not? That was 99.
The original, yeah. The re-release came out in 99.
You're right. So this is before that. I think I had actually bought a like bootleg copy of Most Tasteless at the record store, because I had seen Twisted a couple times. I was like, they're friends of ICP. I'll like them too. And I honestly didn't really feel it that much.
Yeah.
But we saw Twisted during. I remember no one giving a flying fuck about Twisted during this show, dude. No one fucking cared at all.
Yeah.
Then they were on Pumpkin Carver, which was pretty dope. Like their verses on there were fine. And like you're just starting to warm up to Twisted, like right around this time. So it's a pretty interesting like dynamic, especially with Cottonmouth Kings being like just introduced to us too. Like I liked them as much at the time. Here's Cottonmouth Kings. Saint Dog, rest in peace. When it comes to Carver, bitch, I'm sharper than Geppetto. I think
Sounds just like Saint Dog the
Yeah.
whole time.
that is Saint Dog. You're right. Okay, you're right. It was
Yeah.
just Saint Dog. Here, let me play a real quick snip of
Yeah,
it.
it's all right. Like I said, it's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. Here's
Check old brothers, Jake and Jack. What we plan on doing with this Joker's card, with this album or whatever.
You never listen to this?
No,
Oh wow. We won't play the whole thing, but I'll skip through it.
that's weird. That effect.
Play catch with it.
I know.
With this album,
Especially in the headphones.
Like, like you got the rings that go around Saturn. I plan on putting a couple rings around Earth, and opening up some fucking Burger Kings on the rings. Me owning it all myself.
Wow, man.
Around since the Millennium fucking Falcon crash and shit. You can't really see what I'm saying because you ain't looking through your third eye, Like you
What the fuck?
Two eyes you can look
He's
through,
on
you
some
got a
shit,
third
dude.
Dude.
He's on some fucking.
Mind you, this is back when before we got canned at ICP too. Like this is like in character clowns.
Jay talking about third eye is very. Interesting. I want to know what he actually knows about that kind of shit.
Yeah?
I like it, a bitch in a thong, but a
By the way,
thong
does that say
ain't
is
whole
Twisted
nuts,
misspelled on there?
Which means his nuts
like
are
it.
probably falling off to the side of his song, And I don't
That looks like a
know
thrown
that
together.
He don't have no nuts. 'Cause if he had nuts,
graphic.
they would be
Yeah,
sticking
definitely.
fly
Not done by
inside of his
psychopathic.
thongs, And they coming out, with little fish in that hole. That ain't the case.
Anyways, this
Yeah.
check it out, man. I'll need to go back and listen to this. It's been a while.
That was when that Jay was more in character. Every time he spoke off record, off a song, he was always in a character.
Yeah.
What it all comes down to, what it boils down to, what's underneath when you scratch the surface, what's underneath it is this. You got world on one side, and the insane clown posse on the other. And everybody in the world is gonna line up in a single file line. And the line is gonna stretch over mountains, can it be in your destiny? It's me with my pants down. And you sucking my dick when it's your turn. Because everybody can fuck off.
As he's talking about the long lines. That's so funny. Oh, I don't know if we had anything else. I don't have anything else to say about that. But I noticed up here, we didn't really mention it, but Witches and Warlocks was the original Hallowicked single, but it wasn't a song. It was just the name of the album that had Dead Pumpkins on. But why is it 28 minutes? Like, according to this YouTube video, this is the full. So it starts with Dead Pumpkins. Oh, it goes to Mr. Rotten Treats. So maybe Witches and Warlocks came out the second year or something. I don't know exactly the history of that. I'll be honest.
I actually, somebody that lived down the street from me
look.
had this.
Really?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this is fucking dope. Like, I've never seen a YouTube video do this where it's like
Yeah.
broken up into chunks. Have you ever seen this?
No, I think I have actually. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen those lines. I just thought they were commercials.
Yeah, same. All right, so this Witches and Warlocks tape appears to just have, well, it has the first 3 singles on it, and then it has a Witches and Warlocks interview that's 22 minutes
fuck is the
long.
interview?
Yeah, I've never listened to that. Let's check it out.
That's right. You're dead asleep, and your mom is at the carnival. Getting her fat ass lobsters and pieces, sweating like shredded wheat, like spaghetti smashed all over the fucking lawn. And your mom's out there eating it, 'cause he thinks
This is the type of shit that when I first started listening to ICP as a kid back in the day, I thought how they really were.
Yeah, like
This
just
is all-
psycho shit.
This is all you heard from them, like the little interviews off Riddlebox. and
Yeah.
the little shit you would hear there, but you thought they were really like this.
No more killing each other in the ghetto, friends. No more.
I need to go back and listen to this. This sounds awesome. See, well, old school juggalos, we don't even fucking keep up with all this shit, you know?
Dick, and I'm gonna power bomb your fucking head in the thumbtack.
Pardon me. Moving right along. How did you guys hook up with Mike Carver?
Oh.
Dick, take some of that fucking echo off your voice. I can barely understand.
So what it sounds like to me is they were literally just doing like the same shit they did in like their home movies.
Yeah.
Except Violent J was just another character,
Yeah.
and he's just fucking going off the cuff saying wacky shit. Is what it sounds like. All he's
Yeah.
doing there.
But that was pretty much his J character at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's so cool. I love that shit.
Everything was a promo.
Yeah. That's so
Take
sweet.
some of that shut up your voice. I just thought it was funny how he take some of that back up your voice. I can't barely hear shit. This is funny how he talked back then.
All right. Moving on along with the album. We'll kind of fly through this. I know we're already at like damn near 2 hours. So.
Holy shit.
I know, this is the long one.
We can only we don't have to go up to all the newer ones.
Well, we'll just skim through them, man. We'll talk about if we have any
'Cause I don't
memories
even
or-
know half of them.
I know. So this song, Sleepwalker, we went to this Hallowicked. I don't know if you did.
I did not.
I did get this single, which this song was fucking awesome.
My first Hallowicked was 2001.
Okay.
So
I don't think I went to all of them. I mean, I may have went, because we must have got every Halloween that year. I'm pretty sure I went to like, literally like all of these.
yeah.
I remember getting Thug Pit, Silence of the Hams, every Halloween. Damn, I didn't know I went to that many. Nevertheless, Sleepwalk. I think we talked about this on one of the other Freshness, or this was on Psychopathic from Outer Space. I think
Sleep right through the night.
this song's fucking great,
Yeah,
man.
It's a great song.
It's not a great Halloween song. Like there's no references at all, which that's always something I enjoyed. Is like the Hallowicked songs almost always have like Halloween theme. Mr. Johnson's Head didn't really, but that one got a pass because it was a remix of a old Wicked song. But Sleepwalker was just another new Wicked song, but it was very dope. I really loved it. We went kind of railed on Toxic Love a few weeks ago when we were talking about Pendulum, but good song, just not a Hallowicked song at all. Now on the other hand, every Halloween is fucking great.
Every Halloween is great.
This is one of my favorites.
I think it got looked over. I think it's a looked over track, but
It has
my-
the spirit of like all those old songs and
Yeah.
shit, you know.
in my opinion, it's one of the best Halloween songs on here. I mean, probably I like it better than Sleepwalker. I think I like it better than Pumpkin Carver.
I think I do too. I mean, the
Yeah.
hook is great. The idea is great.
Yeah.
It's such an ICP song. You know,
And
nobody
listen-
else could do this song.
And listen to Jay's voice next to what we were just hearing in those old songs.
Yeah.
See how much deeper it is
Yeah.
and more pronounced it is.
Mhm.
His rap style is completely different. Now he's just talking and he's saying
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And then, you know,
But you know, he's adopted different styles over the years, and that's just a testament to that period of
Yeah.
time, like where he was. This was probably around Wraith time.
yeah. In my opinion, that style at that point was a perfect progression.
2001, yeah.
It was a perfect progression from what their old style was.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, this was like, man, they fucking hit the peak of what they were doing.
Yeah.
Because they could still go back and do that kind of old style still.
Yeah.
But just mixed with smile at me. Then he started getting past his style. To me, this was the peak of creativity, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Maybe 2003 Wizard of the Hood era.
Dude.
That was still pretty damn fucking creative.
Yeah, you're right. That whole like era, man. There was like
Yeah.
a 5-year chunk where like they couldn't fuck up. Everything was gold, dude.
Yeah.
This was a testament to that.
I mean, this is an overlooked song for most people, but man, this was just colorful. You got the imagery. I mean,
And it's very wraithy, especially even the hook.
Yeah.
The following year,
I would say to me it sounds more Jekyll Brothers ish.
think so.
Yeah.
The following year they did Silence of the Hams. This song is pretty fucking bad, if you ask me.
Never liked it.
Isham, like I was a fan of Isham at the time, but like, and Isham was on Psychopathic at this time, which I thought was great. I liked Repentance. I liked Acid Rain, but this song is fucking stupid. It's so dumb.
Never liked it.
Jay has a couple good lines in it, but
Yeah.
the song itself is bad.
I think at this point, what was this, 2002?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so
Wraith came out in 2002.
Wraith
right?
is amazing, and I love Jay's raps on this. But if it wasn't like if it wasn't a project like a Joker's card, I didn't like Jay's rap style at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel that.
I just was. This is when I first started going. I first started getting disappointed with ICP.
Okay.
When this was the era where and I think most old school juggalos say the same thing.
Sure.
A lot of them say even before this. But this is when I really started going, man, I don't like Jay's rap style. I don't like his lines. Don't really. There's some of them, but they don't really give me the imagery anymore. They
Sure.
don't. His voice isn't really like there anymore. He doesn't seem to be trying as hard in his vocal performance.
Sure, I can feel that.
He's trying more like shit. He's trying to venture into stuff that out of his lane that he can't really pull off. Is when he this is the era he starts doing that.
I can see that.
And since then we still get Jay is still in that. He still does things that he can't pull off with his voice. He still tries to sing.
Yeah.
He still tries to do these things that he's just not built to do.
I mean, sometimes he hits it, but you're right. Like this song in particular is just it's a testament to how like they throw shit at the wall, see what sticks, and this one was just like this was a throwaway song that should not have been on a Hallowicked like album.
Yeah.
It's a shame that this song is even on this fucking Hallowicked collection. To be quite honest, it's fucking bad.
Now, this is when I first started getting disappointed with Jay. He still puts out stuff that fucking I love, and it really surprised me at this point. Another Jay verse I'm not into.
It's on Thug Pit.
Yeah.
I like Bone on this song. They're pretty dope.
Yeah, everybody else's verse is, typical for who they are.
Wasn't there a controversy with this song where like Isham originally had like a diss against Eminem or something like that, and like
Oh, I have no idea.
there was like I can't remember, like I think he shit on Eminem or something, and like there was like Bone or Tech was mad about it, and there was some weird. But at this point they're on tour on the Wicked Wonka tour, which we went to.
Great tour.
Great tour.
One of the most memorable I remember.
Cottonmouth Kings, Bone, Tech, Isham, and ICP. Man, that was fucking great.
Yeah, man.
I met Tech on that tour.
Yeah, I remember meeting Tech on that tour, getting that vinyl signed and some other shit.
That was fun. Great concert. But yeah, this song was a product of that. Like, obviously, they were just on the bus, like, let's do a song together. This is what they came up with. Nothing to do with Halloween, once again.
Yeah, not.
Cottonmouth Kings suck on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very forgettable.
Yeah.
Let's skip.
I think people. I remember a lot of people liking this back then.
People were just on Tech Nine's nuts at this time, so I
Yeah.
think like, just the fact that Tech Nine. This is the first song with ICP and Tech Nine.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was on a song with him was pretty like incredulous.
I think this might be the only song. Is there any other song he's on?
I think there was one on like one of the Forgotten Freshnesses, like either 5 or I don't even know what's on 6. I don't know. I think there is at least one other one with Tech on it.
I mean, it's good. It's just.
Just pointless is all.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, he at least he said something about Sam Hain.
So, all right. So that's the first half of this Hallowicked album. We're gonna be honest. The second half, we don't have a whole lot of memories.
I
of.
don't know half the. I stopped listening to a lot of fucking ICP shit. This is when I started just literally concentrating on the Joker's cards.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't a Joker's card, I didn't really fuck with it.
Well, like they had a couple misses there, with Hallowicked songs. So like you kind of just, I mean,
Yeah.
this I can speak for myself, but after those two like misses, I just kind of like okay, like let's see what the next one is. All right, Murder Cloak with
Yeah.
ABK, great, you know, cool. I mean, the beat on this song is pretty dope. It's got some like old school shit sound into it.
Yeah, I remember this. I do remember the beat a lot.
I like the samples and shit. I mean, this song is pretty cool. It's about them wearing this murder cloak where they go like killing people where people can't see
But I
them and
don't
shit.
remember that.
Yeah.
A lot of the old ICP, you remember the story clearly.
Yeah.
The story is one of the biggest parts of the songs, and it's what hooks you in. The only thing I remember about this song is the beat. I
Yeah.
don't remember the story at all because it doesn't stick.
It is forgettable.
The visions don't stick. ICP was at their greatest when they were telling visual stories in your mind. You could, and they stuck, and you remembered it. That affects. They weren't able to have that effect after a while. Certain things, yeah. Wizard of the Hood, prime example.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. And that was even when I wasn't that much into Jay's rapping.
It got to a point where like a lot of their songs were just like, it felt like songs they were just making for the fuck of it.
Just to make, yeah.
Rather than just like filler, rather than like concentrating on like a well thought out, in-depth tale.
Which is what they're doing now.
Yeah.
They're finally back to doing what they should be doing, which is only putting shit out that is like their babies, their ideas.
Yeah, which and they had a period. I mean, I'd say you could argue from. I mean, nobody really liked The Calm. Tempest was very lukewarm. Bang Pow Boom, I don't think was looked at as great at the time, but like you can look back on it and see like, yeah, it's got a lot of gems.
I even look back at Tempest now with a different mind and
Same.
goes, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So, but I'd say everything from Bang Pow Boom to Fred Fury, like a lot of it just sounds like filler. Like, it seems like maybe their heart wasn't as into it. Like even, I don't know, we're getting into the weeds here, but this is this kind of shit was around the similar time where this was happening.
Let's just be serious. We're in an era now, past their prime, past that 5-year chunk where everything was, gold. We're in that time now where it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
They are not putting out gem after gem.
You're talking about in this time.
Yeah.
Not now.
Well, from this time forward, forever.
Yeah.
They still put out, even though they concentrate on themselves now, they still put out shit, in my opinion, that's a miss.
Sure, I get it. I feel that. That said, we both did have vivid memories of this song.
Yeah.
Wicked Halloween.
I did. What year was this? 2002?
This would have been 4, I think.
2004? Yeah. To me, this is what Jay, at this point, this is the best Jay could be.
This is Hell's Pit era.
Yeah.
Which this song is pretty fucking tight. The beat's tight.
Yeah.
It's got a cool like story. I'll be honest, I don't remember much about the story, but the hook is really dope.
Yeah.
It's a real Halloween song.
Yeah.
Which we hadn't had in 5 fucking years.
I do remember this coming out going, I actually like this. And I was disappointed after for what, 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
Going on maybe 4 years. I was disappointed all their Halloween shit. This came out and I was like, holy shit, this really surprised me. Jay was doing shit he's good at. He's doing funny punchlines. Shaggy's doing, Shaggy's not overdoing what he normally, like screaming and shit. But even Shaggy's putting out, they're both doing shit that they're good at.
I like this part.
Yeah.
Good shit. All right, that song's dope.
They rode the beat right.
Yeah.
They didn't try to like go experiment with all these shit that they just don't do. They're not good at.
I don't remember this one at all.
Neither do I. Yeah, see, that hook is not good.
I mean, they're trying to make like a chill, like it's almost like a what do they call it, a retro wave or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just experimenting. I do like that like little noise, that synth or whatever. It's kind of cool, but
yeah, there's nothing really clicking with me on this one. This is one I immediately would have turned off and been like, never mind.
This is Blood Red Rum, if you didn't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I'm good on this one.
It's just like, man.
Alright. Evil is Afraid is the song.
What year was this?
Let's go. I have to go back. If that's 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what would this?
This
have
is
been?
getting better.
This is probably around Bang Pow Boom.
No, Bang Pa Boom was 2009.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. So this is probably Tempest.
It's not bad.
I like how he's rapping.
Yeah. Yeah, he hit a good stride on this one. The beat's pretty cool.
It's kind of like we're listening to this for the first time,
Yeah,
honestly.
because I don't remember most of this.
Oh, what's up, Marcus Rodriguez? He was he left us a comment, but it says message redacted. That was a dude that left us that bomb ass Facebook message.
Oh, heard
He sent us another one too. I meant to reply to him. What's up, Marcus?
Uh,
Corey Gransberry, digging the podcast. Went to the same gatherings and haven't gone back. Think the same way you guys do. Yeah, man. If they come back to Crystal Forest this year, we're fucking there.
Nelson Legends.
Yes, we'll see you there for sure. And they said they were going to.
Yeah, they did.
They did say that.
They
I
said they'd
forgot.
come back.
And they even admitted like that was one of the best times. They said they've expanded the park. Like,
Yeah, they said they were. Those are considered some of the best legendary ones. And
yeah, we'll be there. Anyways, this Evil is Afraid, it seems pretty dope. I'll have to go
Yeah.
back and give this one another spin.
I'd put that one in with Wicked Halloween.
Okay. I'm Your Killer is the next one. Yeah, Corey said he'd see us then.
Well, if you guys know any of these songs,
Yeah, chime in if you do.
chime in and tell us your favorite. On disc 2, so far, Wicked Halloween and Evil is Afraid are the only ones that I can vibe with. Yeah.
Not feeling it
he's
yet.
Yeah, his lines are just not clicking, man.
Somehow worth more than mine. Tell me.
Yeah, this song is like a. Hold on. Is this the hook? No hook.
It's a shame because the beat I think they could have done more with that beat.
Yeah. I mean, even the subject, it sounds like he's just talking about being a crazy killer, which is fine. You know, they've done songs like that, but they could have.
The lines aren't landing.
Yeah.
Man. They're just not landing.
Here's the hook. I'm good on this one, man.
Yeah.
That one's a fail,
That's
if you ask
another
me.
dud, yeah.
If I Ate Your Brains, I already like the title. I can't remember what the song's about. See, I went back like a year or two ago and tried to find all these because I knew I'd skipped like 10 fucking Hallowicked songs in a row. Because they're kind of hard to find unless you seek them out. But I went back and downloaded all these and listened to them all like once.
Okay storytelling. It's okay.
Yeah.
Beats pretty nice.
I'm fucking hungry. It's an interesting beat.
Hooks are.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's silly.
I'd give this one another listen to.
I want to hear Shaggy rap.
No Shaggy.
The song's long. All right, that one's. I mean, that was.
Yeah, it sounded okay.
All right. This one piques my interest. This Halloween is crazy. I vaguely remember, I think, a hook on this one, but I don't remember shit else. Let's give it a listen.
Yeah, I'm already not really feeling the beat.
Really?
Yeah, man, they don't sound like Halloween beats. Eh. Shit, that completely was not what I expected. Sounds better.
Yeah.
You notice how they started coming back to the roots when they get to
Yeah,
this
they're
point?
doing like their voices. Shaggy especially.
Yeah, this sounds like it's Bang Pa Boom era.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be. So hold on, let's go back. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2010.
Yeah, this sounds like the Bang Pa Boom era. And they did start going back to the roots in that era.
Well, you know what the common denominator is there, right?
Mikey Clark.
That's right. Honestly. It's like they need him, man.
Yeah.
They fucking need him. I was disappointed. Oh, they did talk about Mikey Clark. We didn't talk about that. They talked about how he just had like personal shit going on. He's
Yeah.
kind of antisocial and shit, which whatever. I get it.
He always like didn't show up to
Dude,
shit.
how dope would it have been for them to rap on that All Summer Long track, though, from Kid Rock?
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit knowing that was a beat for ICP?
Yeah.
That blew my fucking
We'll have
mind,
to go back
dude.
and pull that up because I don't remember that beat too much.
It just had like the Leonard Skinner like shit. Oh, yeah, I'll pull it up for you. But nevertheless.
Anyway, this is a cool track.
Yeah, this song's not bad.
This has got a big sound. I like the rapping.
They're doing creative shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging that one, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I Saw a Monster. So this would be 2011.
Is this his story?
Must be. I like the beat already. The Duke, baby. The Duke, baby.
I'm interested
Yeah,
in the
same.
story.
I just want to listen to it now.
Yeah.
Or if he says Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I think this is that story.
I mean, Jay knows how to tell a fucking
It's the
story.
exact story. Yeah, he told in the book.
Waiting for the hook, man. I'm a netting if I don't do it.
Here's the problem though with this song. Out of context, if you didn't know the story he told in the book, that first verse that first part where he's saying it doesn't make sense. You would be like, why? What's he doing? He's running to a hill and yelling warrior with his dog.
I feel you.
You wouldn't really know.
The beat's really funky, though. I like it.
Yeah.
It's like getting faster or something. Ooh. Golly. A little piano.
Yeah, I mean this one's definitely holding my attention. Not good radio,
Yeah.
but it's not good podcasting. You're just watching
like-
us listen to the song.
Yeah, I mean, this song's pretty cool. It's not. I can't hate on it. It's fine. All right, Amber Alert. We only got 3 more to go. Amber Alert.
Never heard this.
It doesn't ring any bells for me. Let's skip through it. (2012), by the way.
Mm.
I mean, very simplistic beat. I'm good on this one already.
Yeah.
It's like I have to listen. I have to really give it time to listen to the actual song, probably to appreciate it. You know, it's probably one of those. But
I mean, I wasn't feeling the way it sounded.
passively, like it's not a song you would just like bump in your car.
Yeah.
You know. All right, Halloween Head. I'm interested. Jumpsteady at the beginning. Ooh, I like it.
Nice beat, yeah. Holy moly.
Love it.
Already too goofy ass long. Thirdly.
And I've never heard Shaggy even rap like that.
Yeah. They're all over the place with it. Like,
Yeah.
I give them that.
This song's cool. I'd give this one another spin.
Yeah, if I created an album with the newer song, I would put all the old shit, but the newer Halloween songs on, the ones that I liked, I'd probably
Yeah.
throw this one on there.
For sure. All right, we'll keep.
Thirdly.
I do like that. All right, so the last song on this album is Red Moon Howl. I know there's been like 6 more Halloween songs since this, but we're not gonna dive into those. Maybe
I've never heard of.
maybe we'll go over those in a different time. But we want to try to keep it concise, at least to an album, you know. All right, let's see what Red Moon Howl is. It sounds fine.
Yeah.
Get to the hook. It's kind of falling apart there.
Yeah.
Just says psychopathic in the middle of it. Okay, I don't hate this part, honestly.
Production's really good.
The rapping on this one's on point.
Yeah, it's
Just the beat is a little meh, and the hook is fine, but I don't know. I'd have
I think
to.
I'm feeling Shaggy's better.
Yeah, this is another one where you just got to pay attention to the story, and we probably should have done a little more preparation and listened to this, I guess, but.
Yeah, sorry you have to see us listening to this basically for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to go into this because we wanted to talk about the songs we do love of Hallowicked Days of Yesteryear. You know, we anticipated touching on these, but I legit did not know. I forgot that I forgot about all these.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I'd be like, oh yeah, but no, like a lot of this shit's fucking new to me. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, maybe possibly 4 songs off that second disc I would listen to. So
yeah, I'll have to go back to and listen to some of the even newer ones and see if there's any gems in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, out of all these songs, like, what do you think is like your top 3? Is it those first 3 songs?
Absolutely.
Dead Pumpkins, Mr. Rotten Trees of Halloween on Military Street.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then it would literally go down the list. Literally, my top 6 favorite songs on here are going to be the first 6.
Yeah.
Then I would throw in. I might take out Mr. Johnson's Head, and throw in Every Halloween.
Okay, I feel that. I mean, I have to agree with you. It's obvious, like where they shine the hardest on this.
Yeah, Dead Pumpkins, Mr. Rotten Trees, Halloween on Military Street, Pumpkin Carver,
Every Halloween,
Sleepwalker, Every Halloween.
Yeah, without a doubt, those are the gems.
Yeah, those are the gems, in my opinion.
Corey made a good point. He said Hallowicked exposes the changes in style, production, and inspiration, which I guess that's true. I mean, for them to like they make sure they sit down and do one every year. So whatever feeling they're having around that year.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine they probably record these, September or August, of that year or whatever, probably.
And they're usually in between like a Joker's card.
Yeah. And some of these were obviously they were on tour and probably like had to slap one together. We get it.
But you really can listen to each Halloween track, go down through it, and it's like taking a tour of their style changes through the history.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
But yeah,
it's cool like
that's
that.
Exactly what it is.
To have like one song from every year on an album, it makes it very obvious where.
Yeah, because when you listen to a Joker's card or another album, it's everything they're at. It's what their style is set in at that time.
And not to mention, it's years of work for that one album too.
Yeah.
So it could envelop several different styles in one album.
Yeah, this one is, all the way through, man. It's a cohesive song for each year, and it's just It's a great point. If you want to hear the style changes, go to their Halloween songs.
Well, what I gather from this is I do need to go back and kind of re-listen to some of these, and maybe I'll fall in love with some of them. Who knows? But I don't think I would ever pick any of those second disc songs over the first 8 songs.
No, I might throw in Wicked Halloween if I were to make a disc of the Halloween songs with all the ones we talked about on the first disc. I might throw in Every Halloween. What was the other one we liked?
I think we liked
Evil is Afraid.
I think it was Evil is Afraid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that was the one we liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evil is Afraid.
And This Halloween is Crazy. I think
This Halloween is Crazy.
Oh, I Saw a Monster was pretty cool too. But there was also, I remember back in the day when I remember you making like your own. We made our own Halloween like mix. I remember you made a cover for it and everything. You remember that?
Yep.
You threw all kinds of shit on there.
That cover, yeah.
You threw like you had like 12 on there and all kinds of songs that were like very like just wicked
just
shit,
evil shit. Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, the fucking 12 and Killing Fields.
Yeah.
Those types of songs for sure, man.
Those could definitely have been Hallowicked songs. Pretty cool. All this said, I don't know if you want to. I wanted to touch on this. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I think I'm gonna throw up the Pact probably on our page just so people can get a feel and see how they like it. Last year, me and Carver did a Halloween song. It was the first song we did in like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool, like little story song.
Yeah, we've done a few Halloween songs in the past. We kind of did our own thing, like let's make a Halloween song every year. We did like 3 of them and stopped.
Yeah, I mean we had an idea to do one this year, just the time didn't work out. We still enjoy it. It's fun for us to do here and there, but I think the pack turned out really good. Like the story is dope, the beat is dope. The production could have been a little better, but it's fine as far as like the recording.
Yeah, we realize when it comes to rapping, we realize, at least I do. I realize I know what I can and can't do.
Yeah,
I know for me, I love rapping, and don't get me wrong, and I've always tried to practice and get better, but I realize that, you know, it's basically a hobby. I'm never gonna be like, hey man, let's try to rap, guys. Let's do it. Like
it's for fun, and at one point that it was the goal, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Then you take 10-year fucking break, and I start having a family, and you start doing your fucking shit too, and we just it becomes a side project at that point.
Yeah.
So the main project's the podcast, but we might still sprinkle a little song here and there. It's just fun to do, man.
And I'll still fucking write and make songs on my own and never fucking release them at all and show anybody.
Yeah, I write all the time.
Yeah.
So that said, I'm gonna throw up the pact because I think it's pretty cool. I am proud of it. I think it'll be fun for people to check out, especially around Halloween.
Thought it was decent for us being the first song we did in fucking 10 years.
Yeah, man, for sure. It's on Spotify, by the way. If you want to look it up, it's Broken Fort, the pact. Check it out. Before we sign off here, what was it? We might as well pull up Joker's Halloween song from last year. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know he had a song from last year. I know he said he was doing a new one this year. I think he's calling it Children of the Corn.
Oh, yeah, he was talking about it when we were interviewing him, that he had it stuck in his head.
Oh, yeah, he kept singing it. Hold on, let's see. Just real quick, let's see if we can pull it up.
Joker
Halloween Night, maybe? It looks like he had a few Halloween songs.
This says 2015.
Oh, okay. Let's go back then.
So does he do one every year?
Here's Every Halloween. Didn't ICP do one called Every Halloween? Yeah. So look, yeah, he's done 3. He did Halloween Night, Every Halloween, and then Midnight Moon was last year's. Let's briefly check it out because I've never heard it.
2 years. Oh, wait for the music. Oh, okay, hold on.
That's pretty funny. All right, let's see.
Damn, that beat is fucking rough. Dude, his beats are hard.
They are.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to start bumping his.
That shit is dope.
I might have to start bumping his Halloween songs, bro. This shit is dope.
It sounds like he's doing it says threequel, so I'm guessing it's a story told over all 3. That's what it sounds like. That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
This shit is awesome. I'll definitely beat that. Corey said we're the realest. No front, I dig that. You guys hooked me. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Subscribe, tell your friends. We're in it for the long haul, bro. Not Slim. When can we get you guys on Studio 17? Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Didn't somebody ask that Studio 17 about that?
Maybe.
Somebody asked that last week or the week before?
Maybe. Yeah, hit me up. Email me, keezy@keezy.com. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. I mean, whatever. If you want to chat, we can chat. I mean
if it works with us, we're down for whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, is Studio 17 a podcast, or is it like an actual place? Or
yeah, we're down to hang out with some like-minded juggalos. We're trying to spread love, not hate, like some other podcasters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no hate. I mean, I'm going to be honest about things for sure, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fucking be hateful about everything. I'm a realist, man. I'm trying to just be real about shit.
I feel that, man. Studio, there it goes. They got, let's see, Studio 7. It does look like it's a channel here. But yeah, man, invite us. We'll come on. We'll fucking do it. We'll make an appearance or some shit. Fuck it.
Looks like there's a bunch of content on there.
Yeah, man. Doing it up. We're sort of fun, sort of troll, just fun. Mostly no hate. I dig it, man. All right. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
One other thing I want to start saying at the end. I just want to let every juggalo know I love every one of you. I love you all. And I hope you all have a great life and a great week. And
is that like the opposite of what CPN does?
yeah, pretty much. I'm just trolling, man. All right, well, let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here.
Slide it right back into the deck.
All right, see you guys. Peace out. Have a good one.